Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with ya? And so here we go on a Sunday, and we're talking NFL. We're about to see the start of this preseason matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams here. And so I know it's preseason here, and so week one, this will conclude week one here. So we'll get to see how both of these teams look here. But man, hopefully we get a good one here today. We've already got Lewis here in the chat. Lewis, talk to us. Lewis says, let's go. Ready for some football here in the chat. And so absolutely love it. And so, yes, getting ready for kickoff here. And then we'll get this one started here in a second. And I'll also get my poll question of the day up there early in this one so that way we can go ahead and start getting these votes up there. But man, nothing like having football on a Sunday. It does not get any better than that. And this is just the beginning, folks. And when I think about both teams and stuff like that, you think about the Dallas Cowboys, you start with them. And so, I mean, Mike McCarthy, he understands that this year there's a lot of pressure and stuff like that. They went out there and honestly, a free agency, I mean, we had high expectations for them, but they went out there, they brought in Zeke, well, brought back Zeke and stuff like that. And so obviously this is not the same Zeke that you're getting from what you had when you drafted him and stuff like that. But, you know, the loss of guys like Tony Pollard and stuff like that. But we'll see how this team looks. The biggest thing right now is wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, keeping him happy, giving him his money. My man has earned his money, so I know whenever he gets that money, it's going to be big. The question is when, but we'll touch on that at a later subject. And as for the Rams, I mean, I feel like the Rams have all the pieces there if they can just remain healthy and stuff like that, that they can be that team. Now, obviously, losing Aaron Donald in the offseason, absolutely huge, but we'll see how that transpires in terms of who they bring in to replace him. Or and obviously, it's not going to take one guy to replace him, but it's going to take a team effort, and they understand that. So we'll see how this team looks as well. But we're getting ready for the kickoff here momentarily. Let's see, we've got Lewis says, let's score tons of points today. And then we've got Joe, what's good with you? He says, hey, Josh, let's go Cowboys. And so we've got Dallas versus Rams game here. And so how is everybody doing? All right, so getting ready for the kickoff. To get this one started here. And I wonder how much both teams will play their starters in this one. All right, so here we go. Rams with the football first offensively here. Starting off from their own 30-yard line, quarterback up under center. Feeds it to the back. That is running back Boston Scott. You might remember him from his time with the Philadelphia Eagles in that rotation that they had. He picks up 3 yards. They're second and 7 coming up from the Rams' 33-yard line. All right, so out of the shotgun formation, you've got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Quarterback gets the snap here, throws it, and oh, what a nice completion here. Nice completion, taking it to about the 47-yard line, and that was Stetson Bennett there that's starting at quarterback for the Rams. Gets the completion there for 13 yards over the middle and a first down, and that is Whittington there with the reception. All right, so we got first and 10. Feeds it to the back off the left side, tries to break a tackle, not happening. Picked up 2 yards on the play. And let me go ahead and get the poll question up there. Lewis says, going with the over 34. Let's go. And so, Mike, what's good with you? What's good with you? We've got Mike here. Talk to me, Mike. How are you feeling? Play fake. Stetson Bennett looking, throws it, gets the completion there. And that was Xavier Smith with the reception there, tackled by Carson, picked up 4 yards on the play. And now we are looking at, let's see, they're at the Dallas side of the field here at the 48-yard line for them. And again, you may remember Stinson Bennett at his time at UGA, obviously a champion with the Bulldogs there at quarterback. So you might be like, that name sounds familiar. That's exactly who he is here. Second year, and let's see what he's got this time. How much has he improved since last year? Shotgun formation again. Draw play between the right guard and tackle, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards. Again, that's Boston Scott back there in the backfield. But yeah, Mike, how have I been? I have been good. I have been good. I feel rested up and stuff like that. So got more energy now. So I'm looking forward to, the start of the regular season. I'm like, can we get to the start of the regular season, college football? I'm looking forward to it. But yes, it has been a long time. And you said Rhino calling me out? I feel like we're always streaming the same, like at the same time and stuff like that. But here we go. A 4th and 1 play. Receiver goes in motion for the Rams. Play fake. Bennett bootleg it. Bennett for the run. Bennett picks up the first down with his legs. Picks up 5 yards there on the scramble off the left side there. Now we got a 1st and 10 for the Dallas 40-yard line there right now. And this current drive for the Rams is 6 plays, 30 yards, and about 3 minutes to turn time possession off the clock here on the first opening drive. And right there, great job with the play fake. Defense clearly thinking run first, but hey, you got to look out for Bennett. He will use them legs. Excellent play calling. Let's see. You said your guy Martinez tore it up. And so, yes, yes. But talk to me, Mike. I didn't get to watch much of the Bills versus Bears preseason game, but I did see the score. What happened with the Bills, and how much time did the starters actually get to play? Meanwhile, off the left guard, Boston Scott picks up 4 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up. And let's see, Mike says Eagles running back check, Penny retired. And so, yes, Penny did retire. And I remember that was like what, like a month ago that Rashard Penny retired? I remember seeing that about, I think roughly about a month ago. 80 showed up like, I think it was 2 streams ago. So he showed up on like Thursday. All right, and again, first quarter, 10 minutes and 52 seconds to go. Stinson Bennett came in as the starting quarterback for this matchup here for the Rams. That's going to be a penalty there. False start in the offense. Going to back them up 5 yards. All right. Still got to put the poll question up there. All right. Meanwhile, 2nd and 11. Shotgun. 5 wide. Throws it over the middle. Gets completion. Bounces off the first guy. Keeps his foot. And he's still running at the 20 to the 10-yard line. Oh, my goodness. And that's once again Jordan Whittington, and he picked up 31 yards there, taken to the Dallas 10-yard line. Wow, what a play. They spread him out. He got the completion. That was great, but 47 whiffed on the play. And you don't want anybody with their jersey number in the 40s out there whiffing off a guy like that. I mean, that's a tackle you just got to make. What could have been just a 6 or 7 yard pickup turns into a 31-yarder. So now, bending up under center. Receiver goes in motion again. Feeds it to the back, up the middle, and he's going to pick up 2 yards there. So Scott, so far, he's got 5 carries for 14 yards so far in this one, the running back for the Rams. All right, so poll question is officially up now. All right, let's see. Mike says no substantial starters played. Okay, okay. You said the issue is Keon looked not great. And so, I do want to hear more about that. Passes it to the back. Yeah, he's going to lose a couple yards there. So they tried to throw it short there to Boston Scott. Didn't work. So they tried running it with him. They tried throwing it to him. But let's see here on 3rd and goal, 9 yards away from the end zone. Can they cap off this 10-plus play drive that has been really good so far? But this is what it's going to come down to. Can Bennett get in the end zone here? Rising Rhino, my guy, what's good with ya? What's good with ya? Let's see. Ryzen says, "Hey yo," he says, "What up, JB? Long time no see. I know it has been forever. How's everything going with you and your channel?" And then we've got RC. Meanwhile, that pass incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Bennett tried to get it to the tight end, Davis Allen, but great coverage by Bell prevented that one from being completion. Fourth down will come up, and that will bring out the special teams unit. But yes, Ryzen, what's good? You said you have a link for your fantasy football if you guys want to join in. And so, hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. You said otherwise, go and check it out from the stream. And so, nice, nice, nice. Mike says lots of base starters played. And so, okay, okay. Okay, who is Buffalo's backup quarterback this year, by the way? I forgot who is Buffalo's backup quarterback this season. I feel like it's not still Mr. Trubisky, is it? I can't remember who it is. But yes, appreciate you coming through, my guy. I mean, how is all the streams going, Ryzen? And let's see, RC says, let's see, you say, JB, you are a hard man to get a hold of. What do you mean by that? You say, JB, you ain't said nothing about being on today. You sit here on the throne of lies. And so, RC, I mentioned it like 4 times yesterday on my stream, and I set this stream up the same time that I set up my Thursday stream. I set up it for Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, and all like that. You got to turn on the notification bell. Oh man, Mike says Bills receiver course may be mid, and so. Well, tell me this, Mike. Who's going to be, I guess, in your opinion, the number one guy right now for the Bills offensively? You know, because I've been looking at it. I could see a couple possibilities. I was really hoping that Keon would really be that guy, and I know it's just a preseason, so maybe that might be. But if you're worried, that makes me worried too. Lewis says 3 points, he'll take it, and that's right. The Rams did end up getting 3 points there on that drive. It was a 12-play drive, 61 yards, about 6 minutes and 33 seconds off the clock there on the opening drive, and so we haven't even seen the Cowboys offense yet in this one, and they took off a lot of time there on that drive, but ultimately had to settle for 3 points there. But yeah, let's see. Mike says we called him Mid Mitch, Mid Mitch. You said Bills lost so many players. They did. But I remember when I think I asked on Thursday's stream, I asked the chat, who do they predict to get to the Super Bowl? And one of the most common names that came up was not the Kansas City Chiefs for the AFC, but the Buffalo Bills. So it had me thinking that maybe I just been, in the dark in terms of who you guys have actually signed and stuff like that. I mean, I like Curtis Samuel, but I don't think Curtis Samuel's gonna, change life down there in Buffalo. But we'll see. You say your O line looks like garbage. You say Mitch Morse is you say Jackson. Let's see. Samuel is one. Okay, so Samuel is one. Oh wow. My how things have changed. RC says, JB, I be putting the phone down, putting the tablet down. I won't hear everything you say. You be on the move a lot during folks' streams. And so therefore, JB is not telling lies then. You just happen to miss it. And let's see, Mike says Josh Allen could win the Stallions, but so not too worried. And so that's true. At the end of the day, you still got Josh Allen. But yeah, and it's just the preseason and stuff like that. Tell me, what are some positives that you did see in that game against the Bears? And I know it was kind of one-sided there. So, but if you did have any positives that you came away with from that preseason game, or even just training camp as well, let me know. All right, so for the Cowboys, we get to see Cooper Rush in there at quarterback. I was wondering if it was going to be him or either Trey Lance to get that one, but Cooper Rush is a smart choice. Let's see, RC says yesterday you were grilling pizza. Now he's got JB getting hungry already. Got JB getting hungry already. Meanwhile, we got the votes coming in here for the poll. Already got 5 votes. Keep the votes coming in. All right, so Cooper rushing the offense for the Cowboys. They're going to line up in a shotgun formation. They've got 2 receivers bottom of the screen, 2 tight ends, one running back here from their own 30-yard line. Feeds it to the back, and the back, oh, look at that run. Still running. He's about a yard shy of that first down marker, and that's Rico there with the carry. Rico Dardo there with the carry. Picked up 9 yards on the play. So now we got 2nd and 1 from the Dallas 31-yard line. And they're certainly can use a lot from Rico this season in that backfield. Anything he can provide, they will certainly take. It's going to have to take a unit's effort this season. Rush up under center. Feeds it to the back again. Tripped up, but he did pick up 3 yards and the first down here for the Dallas Cowboys. Again, this is their first offensive possession of the game. The Rams went out there and they drove it 12 plays and got a field goal. So now Dallas is their first offensive possession of the game. All right, let's see. Mike says Dalton Kincaid was out. Dawson drops out. Coach Dante here in the chat. My oh my, Coach Dante. I thought you'd be in the Hall of Fame already with the way that you pioneered the Houston Texans last season to victory and stuff like that. They listened to your advice and it worked out. Oh man, talk to me, Coach Dante. When it comes to specifically the Houston Texans, as well as also talking about the Philadelphia Eagles, let me know. Yeah, let me know what is going on. All right, feeds it to the back. Picks up 2 yards. And Rico, he's got 3 carries for 14 yards so far in this one, but they find themselves right now looking at 2nd and 8 from the Rams' 13-yard line here on the opening drive here, in which, again, I know I was busy talking, but Cooper Rush was busy getting those stats there, and he hit that 43-yarder to Brooks on that play. And so, wow, Cowboys already in position to score. Can they cap it off in the end zone? That's the question. We all know when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, they've got the talent and stuff like that, but it's all about finishing for this team. How do they finish? Whether we're talking finishing games, whether we're talking in the playoffs, how do they finish? That's going to be the biggest one this season. But here we go, 2nd and 8. Coop throws it, caught. All right, so he picked up a couple yards there. Actually picked up 1 yard there. And so now we got third down coming up here from the Rams, 12-yard line. They need 7 yards for a first down, 12 yards if they want to get into the end zone here. And Cooper Rush right now 2 for 2 for 44 yards. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do. Let's see. RC said did your Jags lose yesterday? And so I got to check that one myself. So give JB a second to check that one. But right now, 3rd and 7, 5 wide here. Gets the snap. Coop looking. Coop throws it, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. Tried to get it into the end zone there, but that time he felt the pressure there. And when you got linemen getting off the floor, that's an indication that, yeah, that pressure's going to get there. But good job just not turning it over there. They did move the ball down there, and so they'll go ahead and attempt the field goal to try to tie this one up. So we'll see how that goes. All right, let's see. Mike says Cook and Davis is disappointing. Shakira looked good. Okay, so that's good. That's good right there. I do have high expectations from the former Boise State product there, so that looks good. You say Samuel looked big, and so okay. All right, so Mike says Frank Gore was good for Bills a few years ago, and so now you guys have his son. And so when I tuned in, he was already in the game. Frank Gore Jr. was already in the game and stuff like that when I tuned in. And so we'll see how that works out. Do you think that he'll actually make the roster? And you say the Texans are crazy loaded, and so yes, the Texans, they have it all. They have it all. RC says your babies won gold. Well, some of them are your babies. You say Brittany Griner is definitely not your favorite, but Kelsey Plum. Oh yes. You say don't tell Darren Waller that though. But yes. Oh man, let's see. Coach says, yes, sir. Looking forward to seeing some big things for your Texans this year. Overachieved last year. Very excited, man. It's Stephon Diggs, and none of you're happy. And so, yes, not to mention the addition of guys like Joe Mixon and stuff like that. I mean, you guys went all out and did like it's amazing how quickly Houston turned around. You think about how we were talking about the Houston Texans at this point last year and stuff like that, where some of the people that were Houston Texan fans were even complaining that they preferred Bryce Young and stuff like that. I remember I did the whole, like mock draft. I had them taking CJ Stroud with the second pick and stuff like that. Some Houston fans were not happy about that. But this time last year, we did not know what we were going to be in store for. We had no idea. But Houston went out there and man, CJ lit it up. he lit it up. I knew he was a natural passer, great passer. I just didn't know that he was going to elevate this quickly in terms of transition to the NFL and have that type of success. But he didn't just succeed himself. He also helped improve the guy like Nico Collins and stuff like that, showed his worth. Tank Dell, he saw the talent in Tank Dell before the scouts saw it, before anybody saw it. And so tremendous. Let's see. Coach says Hunter and Will Anderson with Danico, Audrey Foley. Oh, you say defensive line looks strong, and so yes, yes. Not to mention Dell and Nico plus Cade Stover. That's right, Cade Stover, extremely underrated and stuff like that. I will say that the sports books, they were always underestimating Cade Stover. The reason why he didn't go higher is because simply, well, the quarterback that we had in Cal McCoy just simply didn't throw it to him enough. But in the clutch, he came through. So Cade Stover, he's going to be a nice little addition right there. Absolutely love it. RC says, JB, let's just be specific. You say, heck, when you say babies won gold, you're talking women's hoops and you're talking about Kelsey Plum, AJ Wilson. Okay, we got you. We got you. Sabrina and the crew, Jackie Young. Okay. Lewis says, wish it was 7-7. Lewis is like, all this action we're seeing, why couldn't it be 7-7? But instead, it is 3-3 right now. Getting ready for the kickoff. So we're coming back for the commercial. All right, so now we've got the return. And he's going to get brought down at the 23-yard line. Again, that is Xavier Smith on the return for 23 yards, takes it all the way to the Rams' 24-yard line. So the Rams will come out for their second offensive possession here in the first quarter with 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first, and we're all tied up 3-3. All right, let's see. And then Joe says he'll see what the coach have to say about it. RC says, Coach Dante, maybe you know this answer, Chief. You say you think Maddie will be able to return this season from her broken finger. You said they say it'll take 9 weeks to heal. Let's see. Coach says RC just keep Maddie out. We stink. You say it's no need to play her in a rush and rush her. Let her heal. And again, if you guys see me rushing through the comments here, just trying to keep up with the play-by-play and the comments. Meanwhile, it was Zach Evans that picked up the 4 yards there on the play up the middle. Now we got 2nd and 6 coming up from the Rams' 28-yard line. Again, still first quarter, 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go. All tied up 3-3, and this is the second offensive possession for the Rams right here. So far, each possession for each team has landed 3 points. We'll see if that continues to be the trend or if somebody can get a touchdown. Tight end goes in motion here, shotgun formation. Bennett throws one up there, and it's gonna be, oh, it's incomplete. I thought he was gonna catch it. I really did, but it's incomplete. Butler broke it up. It was intended for Tyler Johnson, number 18 there. So far in this one, Stinson Bennett, 4 of 6 for 46 yards so far in this one. Let's see. All right, let's see. RC says, JB, what you talking about? Willis, you said Kelsey Plum and Darren Waller got divorced. She back on the market. And so I'm aware of that, but you know how those feelings can be. You already know. 3rd and 6. Throws it. Oh, incomplete. I'm sorry, it's intercepted. He threw that right to him. He threw that right to him. Overthrew his guy, threw it right to Bell. Bell was shocked the ball got to him like that. I mean, he threw it so hard, my man had no choice but to hold on to that one. Wow. Interception. Wow. How about that? Now let's look at this one again. I mean, yeah, he just badly overthrew that bad. That's just a bad throw there. I mean, it's not like he got hit while he threw it. That was just wow. Let's see. Coach says, "Old man, been looking for you, JB. You think you put a curse on the New England Patriots after botching the pick the last time we did a mock draft? The Patriots haven't been right since then." And so, oh man, don't get me started. But I tell you this, Coach, I will say this: I am happy that we went ahead and let go Juju Smith-Schuster. I am happy that earlier this offseason we got rid of Devontae Parker and stuff like that. I am happy that we got rid of guys. We let guys like Trent Brown go. Those were the guys that were holding us back, and for some reason, Bill wanted them to stay on the team and stuff like that. Now, you guys know me, loved Bill Belichick and stuff like that. Absolutely wanted him to come back, but some of that decision making, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. And so, but now we've got some young pieces here, and so we'll see how they grow. Jacoby Brissett will give Drake some time to actually learn, the system. So I'm just hopeful. I'm hopeful. That's what I'm hopeful for. But Coach, I wasn't gonna mention it. I wasn't gonna mention it, but you might be right. You might be right. I think you changed our fates and stuff like that, and so now I've got to find a way to get rid of it. RC says, JB, let's go Cowboys, LOL. You say you don't like no Rams. So RC does not like the Rams. I think I asked a while back, and most of the people that was on the chat for the last couple months have told me that the team that they dislike the most happened to be the Dallas Cowboys instead of that, in terms of the guys that are on like just regulars and stuff like that here. And so, but RC says it's the Rams that he doesn't like. Interesting. Ah man, let's see. RC says, JP, hello. You said don't kill your dreams. You say you're squashing your dreams. That dude did that bug in Men in Black One when the big tall Allen dude walked in. And so yes, yes. All right, and if you're just tuning in, Stinson Bennett threw an interception there. He's now 4 of 7 for 46 yards, and that one interception, which is going to start the Cowboys off already. I mean, it started the Cowboys off, in pretty good field position here. So we'll see if they're able to capitalize. Again, still first quarter, all tied up 3-3. Let's see how we're looking right now on the poll. All right, so we got 5 votes right now, and so 3 for the Cowboys, 2 for the Rams. Be sure to cast your vote if you haven't cast your vote already, and let JB know where you stand. All right, quick pass, completed, bounces off of one guy. That's going to be a pickup of about 6 yards there, and that was Brooks with another catch, tackled by Nick Hampton, the linebacker number 31, and also Taylor. And we got Trey Lance in there quarterbacking right now. Everybody remembers Trey Lance, the hype that he had with San Francisco and how quickly that died out there. But hey, you never know. Give a guy time to remain in the league, and they tend to improve. All right, rushing play up the middle, and that is Davis there on the carry. He picks up 3 yards. All right, let's see. Mike says CJ Stroud, first good quarterback. I'm sorry, first good Ohio State quarterback. If we're talking at the NFL level, first good. I mean, unless Justin Fields ever turns out to turn it around. But if that doesn't happen, then I guess that still wouldn't count as the first though. So yes, yes, he's actually the first. It pains me to say the first. I'm over here jogging my mind like there's got to be somebody else. But yeah, he's the first. He's the first. He's the first. I mean, nobody's going to count Terrell Pryor, I don't think so, despite the fact that he started off as a quarterback before he had to switch his position and stuff like that. But maybe not the first successful one, but definitely the best. I thought that Dwayne Haskins was going to be good, but we know how that played out there as well. All right, play fake, and I still believe he would have been. Incomplete, incomplete. Trey Lance tried to get it to Luke Shoemaker there, incomplete. Let's see, Mike says McGough is a free agent. And let's see, RC says, I don't even have a name yet, but I do have a created profile. Shame on you. You say you're figuring out how it works, but stomped with the name. And so, well, definitely when it comes to the name and stuff like that, uh, hold on. I believe I skipped one thing that you said earlier, so I got to go back to that. Speaking of going back, though, that's going to be a timeout. Okay, so it's a timeout, not a penalty. That timeout called by Dallas there. So, okay, let me see what you said earlier, RC. You said, Jay, can you tell me in the chat here how to change my name in the created profile section of fantasy football? And so, okay, bet. Yeah, I got to go through the process myself here to remember how that goes. So give JB 1 second here. And again, still first quarter here, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go, tied up 3-3. All right, so here we go. Back from the timeout. Shotgun here. Rams are showing pressure. Lance fakes it to the back. Lance throwing it deep. Oh, he just overthrew it. If he could have put a little bit more air on that one, especially considering here, you're throwing it to a tight end there. And so, oh man, I like the shot he took there, but incomplete. Third down coming up, 3rd and 10. And let's see. RC said, I mean JB, not J. Let's see. Mike says, how your quarterback looking? You said Zeke only 29. And so when you say quarterback, you mean right now for the Cowboys? All right, 3rd and 10. Lance, he's gonna run. The defense was afraid of this, and for good reason. Slides at the 12-yard line, picked up 19 yards on the ground. Let's see. You said Zeke's only 29? That sounds about right. Let's see. RC says, while we wait, I just want to take this moment to say, whack press not. Lewis says he needs a touchdown. He says, stop playing around. He needs a touchdown right now. All right, shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Trey feeling the pressure. Oh, gets it completed. Makes the first guy miss. Brought down there, but he did pick up 6 yards on the play there, and that is Malik Davis, number 34 here for the Dallas Cowboys, the running back. So now we got 2nd and 4. And that time, yeah, number 90 was coming after him. All right, so here we go. Again, still first quarter, but we got 1:20 left to go here in the first. Lance up under center. Tosses it to the back and the back. Trying to get to the outside here. Not going to happen. Shut down. He lost a yard there. So far here, Malik Davis, 3 carries for 6 yards so far in this one. All right, let's see. Mike says, you like to whack Prescott? And you said, we like Hurts. You know what? That gives me a good question here. How do you guys feel about Jalen Hurts in terms of how elite he is and stuff like that? Jalen Hurts. Do you guys have him as a top 3 quarterback? Do you have him as possibly, top 2, top 5? Where do you guys have Jalen Hurts? 3rd and 5. Throws it. Gets the completion there. Now, did he reach out and get the first? That's the question. And so that Cropper did not extend to get that first down marker. So 4th down coming up, but 4th and 1 gives them a decision here in which I'm pretty sure they'll go ahead and go for it. They need 3 yards to get into the end zone. All right, so Mike says that Hurts maybe 3. Maybe 3. Or is that Lamar? And so my question is the Hurts that we saw 2 years ago the Jalen Hurts, like the true Jalen Hurts, or is it the Hurts that we saw last year and stuff like that? Is that the true one? Did he just have a really good season 2 years ago, or did he just have an off, especially that last couple games of the season where it seemed like he just couldn't get the ball to his receivers as much? Mike says maybe I'm being unrealistic. It's Allen too, and so that's well, honestly, I feel like we're gonna find that out this year when it comes to Josh Allen. Without having Stephon Diggs and stuff like that, everybody talks about how his life changed once he has Stephon Diggs. So let's see how he looks this year before I can say that. But for right now, I'm not gonna say Allen at 2. And so that just because of the pure turnovers, that's the only reason why. The only reason is just the pure turnovers and stuff like that. But if he can cut down on the turnovers and stuff like that, then there'll be no reason to dispute it. So I would say Lamar right now is 2. All right, here we go. 4th and 1. Throws one up there, too far, incomplete there. Yeah, so that's going to be a turnover on downs, and so Trey Lance overthrew and put too much zip on it. Put too much on it. Put too much on it. If he gives this guy a better chance to actually make a play and bounce, that would have been a touchdown. I mean, he had the guy beat. You just let him too far. Yeah. No way he could have caught that. And there's still 5 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, so we're at the commercial now. And when we come back, we'll run a play before we hit commercial again. Lewis is like, this is not right. This is not right. Yeah, they got to get some points. What was the line again, Lewis, for this one for the over under? What was the line? And let's see. Mike says we're looking for Kelvin Harmon at receiver defense, DC defenders, and so good old DC defenders. Good old DC defenders. Lewis says, who scouted this guy? Who scouted this guy? Ouch. All right, so end of the first quarter. We got 5 seconds before the end of the first quarter there. But right now we still got 5 votes in. So who's going to go ahead and cast that vote here? Who hasn't voted already? And let us know who's going to win more games right now, the Cowboys or the Rams for this upcoming season. Okay, so lines at 34. Oh man, you got some work to do. Got some work to do. And both of those teams on their opening drive, they got to the red zone and stuff like that, but had to settle for 3 points. But then since then, mm-mm. Again, Cooper Rush right now, 2 of 3 for 44 yards in this one, but his night's done. And then you have Stinson Bennett, 4 of 7 for 46 yards, but he threw an interception last time out. And when we come back from the commercial, we'll get to see more of the offense for the Rams and what they can do. Lewis says he needs a pick six. He says he needs a pick six and he needs it now. And again, they want to take a good hard look here at Trey Lance, see what he can offer here because they like his skill set. Obviously, that's why you trade for a guy, you like his skill set, but it's all about the guy being able to put it together. All right, so here we go. Quarterback up under center here. One back in the backfield. Bennett hands it off. And he's going to pick up a yard on a carry. And that was, I believe, Scott on a carry. He's got 6 carries for 16 yards. And it's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, it is Rams 3, Cowboys 3. Mike says 3 UFL receivers. You say if no Lamb, only other good receiver is Cook, and he's old. And so, good old Cook. Every receiver that just thinking about Brandon Cook, every receiver I have tried to petition for the Patriots to bring over the last couple of years, they all just embarrass us and just say no, 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 thank you. By the way, for that Jaguars preseason game, did Mac Jones play any in that preseason game? If so, how did Mac Jones do? All right, let's see. All right, and so far in this one, Trey Lance, 3 of 6 for the Cowboys for 16 yards. You look at the Rams, Stinson Bennett got the start. He's 4 of 7, 46 yards. No touchdowns, 1 interceptions. On the ground for both teams, the Rams, Boston Scott, 6 carries for 16 yards. Bennett had 1 rush for 5 yards, and Zach Evans carried the ball 1 time for 4 yards. Looking at the Cowboys, Trey Lance is their leading rusher with his 1 scramble for 19 yards. And then you got Rico Dowdle. He's got 3 carries for 14 yards. And Malik Davis, 3 carries for 6 yards. Mike says Mac Jones stinks. Again, the Jaguars did win that preseason game 26-13. Not sure if you're still listening, RC, but I know you asked that earlier. The Jaguars did win over Kansas City. I hear that Marquise Brown got injured in that game and he's going to miss some time. All right, so here we go to start off the second quarter. Again, 3-3, and the Rams are deep in their own territory. Facing the second and 9, shotgun formation, three receivers, one tight end, one back. Bennett's got to be careful here. Don't want to give up a safety. Got to get this one out quick. Snaps it. Bennett looking, throws it, completed. Brought down, picked up 3 yards there. That's Xavier Smith. He's got 2 receptions so far in this one for 7 yards. So now we got 3rd and 6 coming up. All right, so you say Nolan Smith was mid, and so was Mazo Smith. 3rd and 6. Looking, throws it, gets the completion there, and a first down before he's knocked out of bounds. Mike, tell me this. How excited are you for college football this upcoming season? A lot of changes for college football, but specifically when we look at the conferences, who's actually in what conference now, like Big Ten, SEC, ACC, more teams in the conferences and stuff like that. So new look, and then the extended college football playoffs and stuff like that to 12 teams. So college football, some changes there, but I personally like the changes. All right, so an unnecessary roughness penalty is going to tack on 15 more yards. So right now the Rams are at their own 32-yard line. Play fake. Bennett on the move, throws it, gets the completion, and his receiver gets the first down before going out of bounds there. And that is Tyler Johnson with the catch. His first catch of the game, picked up 11 yards and a first down in the process. 1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 43-yard line. They started off from their own 3-yard line, and now they are moving it. And let's see if they can get some points because Lewis needs the points badly. Lewis, how did you feel about the Bears in their second preseason game? Feeds it to the back here. Okay, found some room there, and Boston Scott picks up 7 yards there, takes it to approximately midfield there. He's got 7 carries for 23 yards so far, and this one is 2nd and 3 coming up. Let's see, Mike says Andrew Booth not so good, huh? And so apparently my man got traded and stuff like that. But yeah, you know what? I remember doing a couple mock drafts. I even had the Patriots, like in a couple scenarios taking him and stuff like that, and I thought we would, but we passed on him. One of the few things we got right. But yeah, I mean it's still early in the guy's career. He can certainly change it, but yeah, is he what we thought early on? Not exactly. I can admit that. And let's see, Mike says, not that excited for college yet. You said more playoffs equals more exciting. And so, yes, yes. All right, here we go. Bending up under center, receiver goes in motion, feeds it to the back, and he's going to fight for it for 2 yards. Again, that's Zach Evans on the carry. That's his second carry of the game. He's got 2 carries for 6 yards so far. 2nd and 8 coming up at the Dallas 34-yard line. Again, here in the second quarter, 11 minutes and 50 seconds to go, and we're all tied up 3-3 right now. Lewis said he's very happy with both games so far, and so yes, yes. How'd you feel about Caleb Williams' performance, honestly? Play fake, throws it, completed, picked up 5 yards. He knows exactly where he's looking to throw that ball out, getting the ball out there. They got him on the move there, so therefore they either run the ball or set it up like it's a run and just bootleg him the other way. Basically, keep him on the move, which is what he's really good at and stuff like that. If you have him do those type of bootlegs and stuff, he can do that. So now, 3rd and 3. Bennett this time's up under center. Receiver goes in motion. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. They feed it to the back. In the back, he's going to be stuffed after picking up a yard on the play. Well, they called it 2 yards there, so 4th down coming up. But they're going to hurry up here and run it again. He stumbled, but he got the first. Okay, I like that. No hesitation. No hesitation. And let's see, Black Medicine in the building. What's good with you? And Black says that JB's an undercover Cowboys fan, and so not likely. Let's see, Mike says, anyone seen 55 Willie Harvey from the Battle Hawks? And so haven't seen him yet, but probably we might get to see him in the second half, I would think. He's a 31 cornerback, Josh Butler, Mitch from the Michigan Panthers. And so, but I'll keep my eyes out as well to see if I see him also. All right, feeds it to the back. And he picks up 4 yards there. So far, Boston Scott 9 carries for 41 yards in this one. That time he picked up 4 yards on that play. Now we're looking at 2nd and 6 from the Dallas 21-yard line. Lewis says happy with all three, Williams, Baggett, and Ripken. Hey, Ripken, he's been doing good. He's been doing good. And let's see, Mike says Caleb's going to be good. And so Daddy will. Daddy will. 2nd and 6. 5 wide here out of the shotgun. See if the Cowboys do bring pressure. Throws it. And oh, just too far in front of the intended receiver there. Incomplete. 3rd down coming up. 9 minutes and 22 seconds left to go here before we reach halftime. Again, all tied up 3-3. All right, we got 7 votes right now in the poll. Be sure to cast your vote if you haven't voted already and let JB know who you think is going to win more games this upcoming regular season, whether it's going to be the Dallas Cowboys or if it's going to be the LA Rams. But 3rd and 6, shotgun here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. From the Cowboys 21-yard line. Gets a snap. Cowboys send pressure. Bennett throwing one deep into the end zone. Oh, incomplete. Tyler tried to reach out and snag it, but he just couldn't snag it. Just couldn't snag it. So that's going to bring up 4th down here. And it was a good drive because they started off from their own 3-yard line. Cannot forget they started off from their own 3-yard line. And although they didn't score a touchdown here on this drive there, they did move the ball, showed a lot of promising things. And let's see if they can convert on a field goal. All right, 38-yard field goal attempt. And the field goal is good. All right, so just like that, field goal is good. 6-3 right now. Rams leading this one. We'll see what the Cowboys will do in their next possession here. And again, when we think of coaches that are currently right now on the hot seat, I mean, I know Mike McCarthy's taking his team to the playoffs and stuff like that, but Dallas, they want more. They want more. And so I really believe that Mike McCarthy, if he doesn't impress, at least get past the divisional round, I feel like they're probably going to can him. Lewis cannot stand the Cowboys here. Tell me this, Lewis. When was the moment that for you, you was like, you know what? You really can't stand the Cowboys. When was that moment for you, Lewis? And let's see. Black says OJ Mayo's bank account is on a hot seat. Oh man. Speaking of which, what did you think of the Falcons preseason game against, I believe, the Dolphins in that one? I didn't get to watch that one, so how did the Falcons look in that preseason matchup? And again, we're currently right now at the commercial with the score 6-3. The Rams just kicked the field goal. They've got the lead, and we'll see more of the Cowboys once we return from the commercial here. Again, the final preseason game of week one. Next week for week two, we'll get to see more of the starters and stuff like that. Obviously, as teams tend to play more of their starters there in that second preseason game, now that it's been reduced to three preseasons and stuff like that. So we'll see a lot more of the starters just to get some reps in there. Let's see, Black says you didn't watch much of it. You say your defense sucked as usual, and so that's discouraging. But Michael Penix was okay. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm looking around and seeing all these rookie quarterbacks look good and stuff like that. Meanwhile, my Patriots just went out there and barely let him get any snaps of the preseason. But our other rookie looked good, Joe Milton, he looked great. All right, kickoff on the way. All right, no return. Let's see. Mike says Rams got Blake Corum, and so yes, they did. They did. I really thought the Chargers were going to find a way to pick up Blake Corum and stuff like that, but this is a great situation for him. All right, so from their own 30-yard line, Lance up under center, multiple tight ends on the play, one receiver, one back in the backfield. Play fake. Lance looking. Lance throws that one, and oh, incomplete. And you talking about just barely getting that pass off before getting blindsided back there, but he got that one off, but still incomplete. David Durden, the intended receiver on the play, number 85. So now we got second and 10. Again, from their own 30-yard line. They're going to line up in a shotgun formation this time. Three receivers bottom of the screen here, one tight end, one back. Lance looking, throws it, completed, and he's going to be about a yard shy of getting to that first down marker. And that is Jalen Moreno Cropper who made the catch there for 9 yards. Third and one coming up. Let's see if they opt to go ahead and run it here up the middle. Again, third and one. All right, so here in the shotgun, they've got three receivers top of the screen. Feeds it to the back on a draw, and he's going to pick up a yard on the play, make it 2 yards, and a first down in the process. So gets the first down, fresh set of downs to work with. 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Again, the Rams still up 6-3, but Dallas with a fresh set of downs here. Let's see what they do. And so far, Malik Davis, he has 4 carries for 8 yards in this one. The running back for the Cowboys, number 34. All right, Lance up under center. Feeds it to the back, and oh, he's going to get brought down in the backfield. Number 90. I've been watching number 90. I mean, he has been getting back there, and that is Davis getting back there. Oh yeah, that time he just got back there untouched really, and just yeah, you cannot allow the guy to get back there. But excellent job there. 2 yard loss there. Second and 12 coming up. All right, shotgun. Lance in the pocket. Lance goes out of the pocket, but still looking downfield. Throws it near the sideline, and that looks like a catch. Let's see what the official says. Indeed, it is a catch, and that's going to be a 16-yard completion there to wide receiver Durden, who made the catch. And that time, felt the pressure, but didn't look to scramble immediately. He kept his eyes downfield and made the completion. All right, here we go. So now we're in Rams territory at their 45-yard line. Lance up under center. 4 seconds right now in the play clock. Feeds it to the back, and the back up the middle picks up 4 yards on the play. Sorry, off the left tackle there, 4 yards in the play. So that's going to help Malik Davis there, who's got 6 carries for 10 yards so far in this one. He's going to head to the sideline. Cowboys trying to put together a drive here. All right, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back. Play fake. Lance throws it quickly, gets the completion there, gets the first down, picks up 11 yards there, and that's John Stevens, the tight end number 81, his first catch of the game. Picked up 11 yards. And let's see. Mike says Dante Burnett from the Renegades. Oh, yeah. How many UFL players are actually on NFL rosters from this past season, Mike, if you have that number for us? Like across the entire league. Lance throws this one. Oh, what a nice catch that was, because it felt like it was a little bit behind, but the receiver made the adjustment there. Again, Jalen Moreno Cropper there. He picks up 12 yards. He's got 4 catches for 26 yards. And let's see, it looked like a tight window, but let me see on the replay here. Yeah, had to throw it there because of that linebacker in front and stuff like that, but he got it there. Got it there. Receiver had to make the adjustment on the fly. Great job. All right, so freshman set of downs to work with. They're at the 18-yard line, so in the red zone. Lance throws it. Oh, what is up with the receiver? He's tripping out there. Ball hit him right there in the hands. That's a catch you got to make right there. And that was Ryan Flournoy who dropped it, number 18 there for the Dallas Cowboys. Again, if you haven't casted your vote and let JB know who's going to win more games this season, the Cowboys or the Rams, be sure to cast your vote and let JB know. All right, 2nd and 10. Here in the shotgun. Trey throws it. Oh, incomplete. Incomplete. Intended for the running back. Felt the pressure. But now we got 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 10. This has been a game of field goals so far. Can they find a way to break that trend? All right, here we go in the shotgun. Looking. Throws it incomplete. Even if he completed that one, it did not look like it was going to go anywhere. That's going to bring up 4th down. And once again, we'll see the field goal unit. And this drive, 11 plays, 52 yards, and about 4 minutes and 13 seconds off the clock in terms of time possession on this drive. And so now, ultimately, this is going to bring out the field goal kicker once again. This is going to be a 36-yard field goal attempt for the Dallas Cowboys to try to tie things up. I'm sure that this is not what Drop the Mike McCarthy wanted to see on this drive here. He wanted to see a touchdown, but they'll settle for 3 if this is good. Kick is up. Kick is good. All right, so we're all tied up 6-6 here in the second quarter with 4 minutes and 51 seconds to go. All right, so 4 minutes and 51 seconds left to go here before halftime. We're all tied up 6-6, but this gives JB an opportunity to go ahead and let's see where we stand in terms of the stats right now. All right, so far in this one, we'll start with the Dallas Cowboys. So Cooper Rush started the game. He was 2 of 3 for 44 yards, so he looked good out there. And then Trey Lance right now 7 of 14 for 64 yards passing. You look at the Rams, Stinson Bennett, 8 of 13, 75 yards passing so far, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. And then rushing wise for the Rams, Boston Scott, he's led the Rams so far in rushing. He's got 9 carries for 41 yards. And this one, longest run of the night for 14 yards for him. Zach Evans, he's got 4 carries for 10 yards. And Stinson Bennett did run it one time for 5 yards. So as a team, the Rams has 14 carries for 56 yards on the ground. Meanwhile, for the Dallas Cowboys, Trey Lance is the leading rusher on that one scramble he had for 19 yards. We know what he can provide with his legs and stuff like that. And then you've had Rico out there, Rico Donald. He's got 3 carries for 14 yards, longest run of the night, 9 yards. And Malik Davis, he leads the team in carries. He's got 6 carries for just 10 yards, longest run for 4 yards. And then receiving wise, for the Dallas Cowboys, Jalen Brooks, 2 catches for 49 yards. You've got Jalen Marino Cropper. He's got 4 catches for 26 yards for the Dallas Cowboys. David Durden, 1 catch, 16 yards. John Stevens Jr., he's got a catch for 11 yards. And Malik Davis out the backfield. He's got 1 catch for 6 yards for the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Rams, Jordan Whittleton, he's got 2 catches for 43 yards. Xavier Smith, 4 catches for 22 yards. Tyler Johnson, 1 catch for 11 yards. And then you've got Boston Scott, who's got 1 catch for -1 yards so far out there in this one. Lewis says, man, I'm not here to scout kickers. But if you were, you got to like what you've seen so far. But I get what you're saying. I feel like if the Cowboys had played Cooper Rush longer, we would have at least gotten a touchdown probably by now. But, obviously it's a preseason. They want to get a look. Kickoff on the way. All right, so we get a return here to about the 32-yard line. Okay. That was Xavier Smith on the return. He picked up 24 yards in the return. But yes, Lewis says he's not here to scout kickers. So we still got about 4 minutes and 40 something seconds here before halftime. All right, here we go. Bennett up under center, play fake. Bennett looking, throws it short, gets the completion. Got to make somebody miss here. Takes on the contact, picks up about 6 yards there on the play. Again, Jordan Whittington there with the reception for 6 yards. Second and 4 coming up. All right, so here we go. Bennett up under center again. 3 receivers on this play. Feeds it to the back, and the back is going to pick up the first down there. Okay, so Zach Evans picks up 6 yards on the play. He's got 5 carries for 16 yards. So first and 10, ball at the Rams 43-yard line. All right, so here we go. Bennett up under center. Feeds it to the back, up the middle, and Evans gets 2 yards there on the pickup. Second and 8 coming up from the Rams 45-yard line. Again, 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter, and we're all tied up 6-6 right now in this one. So the first half has been, I mean, I'm not going to say it's been purely just only defense because they are moving the ball. They're putting together like 10 plus play drives. They're just, once they get to the red zone, it stalls out. I've been up under center again. 5 seconds right now on the play clock. Snaps it. Play fake. Bennett throws it. Incomplete. His target had fell to the floor there, and he's lucky that was not an interception. Again, he did throw one interception earlier that was a bit of an overthrow, well, definitely an overthrow earlier. All right, so 3rd and 8. Got to get this first down. Lines up in the shotgun, 5 seconds on the play clock. Their own 45. He snaps it. Bennett's looking. Bennett throws it, and he gets the completion before his guy gets nailed there. Picks up 14 yards, and that is Jordan Whittington there with the reception there. He's got 4 catches for 63 yards so far in this one. So a busy day in the office for him. All right, so that's going to take us, it looks like, to the 2 minute warning unless they try to get a playoff before then. Let's see if they do. Nope. That's going to take us to the 2 minute warning. So at the 2 minute warning, all tied up 6-6 here in the first half of play. 2 minutes to go before we reach halftime. So again, we're currently right now at the commercial here, but the score is 6-6. And we're at the 2 minute warning here before we reach halftime. Oh man, but as Lewis says, we're not here to scout kickers. All right, but you guys let me know, how is the AFC East going to play out this season? You guys let me know in the chat, who you got finishing 1, 2, 3, 4 in the AFC East. Again, AFC East consists of the Bills, Jets, Dolphins, and Patriots. You guys let me know the order that you think that when it's all said and done, that the AFC East is going to finish out. All right, returning back to the action here. All right, so still awaiting to return the action here. All right, so here we go. Returning from the 2-minute warning now, and the Rams still with the football here at the Cowboys 41-yard line. They're going to toss it to the back and the back, trying to get to the left side here, and takes on the contact, picks up 2 yards. Again, that was Zach Evans there with the carry. He's got 7 carries today for 20 yards. He did get out of bounds though. So a minute and 54 seconds left to go here before halftime. All right, bending up under center. Receiver goes in motion here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Hands it to the back, and the back's going to pick up 4 yards there. So again, Zach Evans, another carry. He's now got 24 yards on the night off of 8 carries. 3rd and 4 coming up. Let's see. RC says, JV, so you did watch the game earlier this morning at 8:30 a.m. And so JB did not get up until maybe about 30 minutes before the start of this stream because I was up late last night because my wife's in the Philippines and stuff like that. So therefore the time difference, I stay up pretty late. So I did not get up until it was time to start getting ready for the stream and stuff like that. So I didn't get to watch really anything prior to this. All right, so they tried to run it again. And that just goes to show, like, yeah, they're just looking to set this up for yet another field goal. Didn't even try really to go down there for a touchdown. It was like, we will settle for another 3 points here and take off as much time as possible to get to halftime. But a timeout was called. RC says, JB, ouch, but I hear you. And so, yes, yes. Yeah, 'cause I probably didn't sleep until maybe like, I guess around 5 a.m. ish. And so, yeah. All right, here we go. 4th and 3. So they're deciding to actually go for it here on 4th down. Okay. I guess they say since the Cowboys are going to call all these timeouts, why not? Bennett looks, throws, get the completion there. And my man caught the ball there. 1st down. So now they've got a different sense of urgency. They got the Cowboys to use all their timeouts, and now they're like, you know what? We decided we want to go ahead and go for it. Let's go for it. Let's see. RC says JB is the guy on the couch and half baked. You seen half baked, and let's see. He says you chose Women's Olympics basketball over church today, and so wow, I I hear you. I hear you. My man said he is that committed. That committed. But there is 39 seconds left to go here. Timeout called by the Rams. It's their first timeout, so they still got 2 timeouts to work with here. We're all tied up 6-6, so any type of score is going to be big to get them the lead here before the half. Again, 39 seconds till halftime. And again, we are currently right now at the commercial. Again, the Rams called a timeout, but hey, they got 39 seconds left. This drive is 10 plays, 50 yards, 4 minutes and 12 seconds off the clock. And right now, they are in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the Dallas 19-yard line. All right, let's see. RC said, JB, I did a short asking people who they got for Rookie of the Year, Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark. And you said you're going Caitlin, of course. And so, of course, I think they're both having pretty good, well, obviously, that's very obvious. They're both having really good seasons and stuff like that. And I mean, Angel has shown, like for the doubters that she's got it and stuff like that. But I'm with you. Caitlin Clark, I'm with you. You say, however, Reese is good and you give her props. And so, yes, exactly. Give both of them their props. Literally changing the game. Literally. All right, so coming fresh off that timeout, 1st and 10. Again, they're already at the Dallas 19-yard line. So let's see if the Rams can find a way to get a touchdown here. Shotgun formation, three receivers, one tight end, one back. Cowboys send pressure. Bennett throws it up there. Incomplete. Incomplete. I see what he was trying to do there, but incomplete. And that was Hall in coverage. All right, so 2nd and 10. Again, still 34 seconds here on the clock. They still got two timeouts as well. So let's see how the Rams play this one. Bennett in the shotgun again. 5 seconds on the play clock. Gets the snap. Bennett has time. Bennett throws it over the middle. He threw an interception. He threw an interception. Pushed out of bounds at about that. Let's see what they mark him out at. But man, that's a huge interception right there. And as a quarterback, you cannot throw these kind of interceptions in the red zone. You just cannot do it, especially understanding like, hey, we're in a position to score either way. You just can't do it. Now they marked them out at the Dallas 36-yard line, so that's where Dallas will take over from their own 36-yard line. But look at that. He's literally right there. He's literally right there. I mean, I don't know how you make that mistake unless you're basically colorblind at that point. Like, how do you do that? Scott literally read it the entire way. He was nowhere near open. What this has shown me is that Bennett does good when he's on the move and stuff like that. When they put him on the move, that little play fake, bootleg and stuff. But when he's standing in that pocket now, some of that deep stuff, he's just bad reads here. Meanwhile, speaking of bad reads here, but Lance just threw that one out of bounds. And that's just understanding the situation right there if you're Bennett. You got to come away with points right now. The game is tied. You got to come away with some points. All right, but 16 seconds here before halftime. Dallas clearly wants to see if they can find a way to score, but they're going to have to pick up a chunk play and stuff like that and get out of bounds. They've got no timeouts to work with. They're from their own 36-yard line. Takes a snap out the shotgun. Trey Lance throws it short. Incomplete. An incompletion is better than a completion in that specific scenario because if he catches it, maybe he loses yards, but that clock keeps running. But at least with 12 seconds here, I don't know. You're going to have to find some type of play here to pick up a huge gain here and get out of bounds or some type of penalty or something. But let's see what happens here. Again, Trey Lance with a 3rd and 10 with 12 seconds to go. Gets the snap. Trey in the pocket, feeling a rush. Gets away. Still looking. Trey for the run. Trey gets out of bounds. 4 seconds left. Now you get out of bounds. There's 4 seconds left. You're from your own 40-yard line. Perhaps you can heave one into the end zone and see if you can get a touchdown or something. But Lewis is not happy. Lewis is not happy about that. Lewis said he did not sign up for the field goal show or for the turnover show. He didn't sign up for this. So I guess we're gonna get to see the arm of Trey Lance, one would think. But again, still at 7 votes here. So again, if you are watching this one, be sure to go ahead and cast your vote and let us know who you got winning more games this season, the Cowboys or the Rams. All right, Trey looking. Trey on the move. Trey just holding the ball here. Trey finally throws it, gets it to his guy, and that's going to be 14 more yards there on the stat sheet, but that's about all you accomplished on that one. Halftime. So we are now at halftime, all tied up 6-6. And so we saw both teams move the ball. They did move the ball, but every time that they went down there in the red zone or just something like that, it would always, it's just, they would have to settle for field goals. Too many times having to settle for field goals. And I get it, it's preseason here and stuff like that, so I won't dwell on it too much, but definitely you want to be a team that if you're getting in the red zone that much and you're coming away with just 3 points each time, then you got to find a way to get into that end zone here because that's going to make the difference between winning and losing games. Now, Bennett, he's had two interceptions in that first half. He's 12 of 20, 110 yards, two interceptions, and they were ugly interceptions. They were ugly interceptions on him and stuff like that. And that's just not what you can, that's not what you want to show the coaching staff and stuff like that. You got to show that you're going to protect the football, especially when you have an opportunity to score points before halftime and stuff like that. You've got the ball. And hey, even if you don't score a touchdown, another field goal, the fans may not like it, but a 9-6 game is better than 6-6, especially you turn the ball over and give them an opportunity to potentially get ahead. Lewis is livid right now. Put Lewis in that locker room. He will tell both of them something, a thing or two. But again, at halftime here, and let's see what the stats are looking like so far. All right, so looking at the stats here for both teams, we will start with the Rams. Stinson Bennett played the entire first half at quarterback for the Rams. So he started the game and played the entire first half for them, and he is 12 of 20 passing for 110 yards through the air, no touchdowns, two interceptions. Meanwhile, for Dallas, Trey Lance has gotten majority of the playing time. He is 8 of 17 for 78 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He did run it twice for a total of 23 yards. His longest run 19 yards. Cooper Rush did get the start though for Dallas. He was 2 of 3 for 44 yards on that one series he was out there before he was pulled out. And let's see. RC says, JB, my dad is pissed. He was like, why don't you talk about football and baseball? Why you talk about those women's on your stuff? Son, that's so boring. They are funny acting. And you shrugged it off. And so, oh man, that's sad, but at the same time that is comical because like everybody cannot just continue to talk about the same stuff. Like there's different audiences and stuff like that. And we gotta talk about what we're passionate about. And this is really like I can understand if we're talking like 10 years ago and stuff like that, I would not have been probably one to do that just because like I would have doubted that the audience would have been there, but the audience is there. This is how you get ahead of the curve and stuff like that. Those people that have like big channels now, it's because they started something when it was on the verge of just getting started, as opposed to those who just, tell what's already popular and stuff like that. You could be the driving force that helps to continue to elevate, you know, the sport and stuff like that. And so what may not be seen as, by some as, the most exciting type of thing right now for some, because others are starting to see it and stuff like that. As time goes on, that's going to change. This season is extremely evident of that. this season, the last two seasons, and women's hoops and stuff like that has really shown like, hey, other than your core audience, it is going to continue to grow and stuff like that. So you can either be a part of it and accept it now, or just stay, in the dark and then just let it pass you by. So you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. And let's see, you say he's kind of sexist though. He thinks women belong in the kitchen. So he's basically, you're telling me that he's a fan of the Kansas City Chiefs kicker, Harrison Buckner. That's what you're telling me, is that he's a fan of that guy. And so, but I mean, what can you say? What can you say, right? I mean, we know that some people, they don't agree and stuff, but we know that the trend of where things are going and stuff like that, we understand that. So, let's see. Mike says, sorry for spoilers, but Bennett stinks. I mean, those two interceptions were bad. They were bad. Bennett definitely tells me like I can see he excels when you put him like bootlegging and stuff like that, those short passes and stuff. He can do that. But when you ask him to just drop back, throw it deep over the middle and stuff like that, in tight windows, he's gonna struggle. He's gonna struggle with that from time to time. But I feel like we already knew when it came like for him to be drafted that he had some limitations and stuff like that, but he does have some good things as well. For a guy like him, it just comes down to the coaching staff putting him in the right position to give him plays that he's most comfortable with, and which for the most part they've done that, but obviously it's preseason, so you want to see if he's improved on some of his weaknesses as well and stuff like that. But that just comes down to quarterback awareness. You can't turn the ball over with less than a minute to go before halftime, not when you're in position to score and potentially take the lead. That's just something you cannot do. Let's see, RC says, yeah, it's not worth having a big fallout over it. It's not like I know the players personally. However, it's irony that I love the sport and he's full of hate. And so, yeah, I mean, what can you say, right? What can you say and stuff like that? So I understand the situation there and stuff like that, but I get it as well. When it's coming from a family member and stuff like that, that's one of those tough parts there to, like you understand, like, hey, it's growing. But all I can say is, you keep doing what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing, and nobody can argue results, right? Nobody can argue results. As your channel continues to grow and stuff like that, as it will continue to grow, the results will be there. The results will be there. Like even if he doesn't necessarily fully like what you're talking about, if he sees over time like, hey, it's consistently growing, that means that there is an audience and stuff like that. You can't argue results. So there it is. Let's see. RC says, JB, I also want to expand into golf coverage, maybe on a separate channel. Not now though. And so, okay, okay. It's always great to have future ambitions and stuff like that when it comes to, what you want to do for your channel and stuff like that. So it's always great to have something to look forward to. Let's see. Mike says he was mad last year when he was in the NFL. He was mad last year when he was in the NFL. And so, yes, yes. And let's see. RC says 757 for me, JB. And so 507. I was trying to think to myself, like, what? And so 757 subs. And so, okay, okay, okay. That's good. That's good. And remind me again, when exactly did you start your channel? But yeah, 757, that is good. I remember once I hit that, once I got above 600 subscribers was really when my channel expedited in terms of like gaining new subs. And plus, I was also like doubling down in terms of the amount of content that I was pushing out at that time and stuff like that. So, like the other day, I was looking at my like just looking at my analytics yesterday to just see like in terms of like new views and stuff like that versus current views. And so for my live streams, it is good to keep like my current subscribers and stuff like that. I get more views from my current subscribers and stuff like that on a consistent basis. But my videos are still getting videos that I posted a long time ago are still getting more views from new people, I guess because YouTube's just putting it in front of them and so they'll click on it and stuff like that. So but yeah, so that lets me know that I still need to push out some more actual videos and stuff like that as opposed to only doing live streams and stuff. Let's see. RC says, sheesh, I believe I started at the end of April of 2023. And so, okay, bet. So that just shows the growth right there, right? So let's just call it like, I know it's not quite exactly a year and a half there, but like approximately about a year and a half. So just imagine another, even just another year where you'll be at. Better yet, a year and a half. And again, still right now at halftime. All right, let's see. Looks like there has been a trade actually that's taken place between the Cleveland Browns and the Seattle Seahawks, in which Cleveland's going to be receiving center Nick Harris and a 2026 seventh round pick, while Seattle receives a 2026 sixth round pick. This according to Ian Rappaport. Again, a trade between the Browns and the Seahawks have just taken place where the Cleveland Browns will receive center Nick Harris and a 2026 seventh round pick, and Seattle's going to get a 2026 sixth round pick. So there you have it. News breaking while we're here at halftime. Perfect timing. Let's see. Lewis says this might be the first game I never take a shot, no touchdowns, and so oh man, you would have thought that it probably would have been last game, but who knows? I mean, maybe I don't know who's behind Bennett on the depth chart for the Rams and stuff like that. I don't know who's that third quarterback is, but maybe someone else comes in, maybe provides a spark and stuff like that. I don't know, but yeah, that first half there. I mean, because they were moving the ball, they were moving the ball, getting into the red zone. So one would have to think that they can get into the end zone. But I'm feeling really bad though that you took the over in this one because it's really not looking like it's gonna happen. So how do we have the NFC East in terms of the standings and stuff like that? We'll go with the NFC East here. How do we have the NFC East playing out this season? If you guys want to predict who's going to finish, from first to worst in that division, just put it in the chat and let me know who you got coming in first, second, third, fourth. Let me know. Again, referring to the regular season division standings. NFC East consisting of obviously the Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders, and Giants. And let's see, Mike says thanks for coverage. And so, hey, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Oh, yes. And so, ready for that regular season to get here. But week two is going to be good. Week two, we're going to get to see a lot more playing time from the starters and stuff like that for teams. And then, obviously, we know week three, that's the week where we just figure out who's going to finish out the rosters and stuff like that. But then after that, hey, it's gonna be a lot of good football this year. A lot of good football. I'm excited NFL. I'm excited college. JB's fired up. And then not to mention my fantasy football leagues and stuff like that. So I'm excited. All right, let's see. Mike says, JB, your advice for my cousins on Bryce. And so when it comes to Bryce, my best advice for him is just forget about your rookie year. That wasn't on you. Don't do like Mac Jones and just over internalize what took place and stuff like that. You didn't have an offensive line. You didn't have real weapons out there and stuff like that. It was a lot for him that rookie year. I mean, he got hit so much, and you don't like when a quarterback gets hit a lot. But if this offensive line can improve and stuff like that, they went out there, drafting Xavier Levitt, that's going to make life easier. I still believe Adam Thielen as a good, solid number two receiver that can work and stuff like that. And anything that you can get from, I forget his name, but the guy who they drafted last year from Jonathan Mingo. Jonathan Mingo. If you can get him to step up as well, those are three guys right there that, that if they can step up and help you, that's great. But the only way they're going to be able to step up, they're going to need that offensive line. And not to mention drafting Jonathan Brooks, that is going to be great as well. I really liked Jonathan Brooks' skill set coming from Texas and stuff like that. So they've got some pieces, but if it's going to come down to the offensive line, the offensive line can give him time. Bryce is a smart guy. Where he gets his W's is his IQ on the field and stuff like that. So if you give him time and he can feel confident, you will see him improve and stuff like that. That's how I feel about it. All right, Malik Davis, 4 yards up the middle, 2nd and 6 coming up from the Dallas 32-yard line. So yeah, that consistency in terms of a good system as well will definitely benefit Bryce as well in terms of having a consistent system that's built around his skill set. 2nd and 6, shotgun formation, two tight ends, bottom of the formation, two receivers, top of the screen. Gets the snap, looking, throws it. Lance completes it, picks up 7 yards there to Brevy, the tight end, number 47. Brevy Spanford. His first catch of the day, 7 yards. All right, let's see. So Mike says Eagles buy a lot. And you also say he's got Leggett, yep, Brooks, and Dante now. That's right. I even forgot about Dante as well, the trade for him. Now, so relax or give up if he stinks. I would say relax. I would say relax. I will never be too critical on a guy his rookie year. Even if we see some rookie quarterbacks have success, a lot of these guys they got the pieces in place to help them and stuff like that. But I think year two we will see a leap in him from his progression and all like that. So I do believe that. Am I saying that he's going to go out there and make the playoffs? I'm not saying that, but I'm saying we're going to see an improvement, a positive improvement. All right, Trey throws it, gets the completion. Oh, he lost the ball. He lost the ball, but it went out of bounds. He fumbled it, but it went out of bounds, and so good thing for him. All right, let's see. All right, so Mike says Eagles first. He's got Commanders second, then the Giants, and he says the Cowboys are basically going to collapse here. Wow, that's a bold take right there from Mike. All right, Lance up under center. Going to give it to the back here in the back. That's Davis again. Picks up 5 yards this time off the left tackle. He's got 8 carries today for 19 yards. Now we got a 3rd and 3 situation coming up. Right now the Cowboys are in Rams territory at the Rams 41-yard line. Current drive so far, 5 plays, 31 yards, over 2 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. But can they get a first down here? These teams have got to find a way to continue to finish here, and it's going to start with this drive right here. My man Lewis needs some touchdowns, guys. He needs some touchdowns. All right, shotgun, looking, throws it, gets the completion. The receiver went up there, snagged it, and that was Ryan Flournoy. He picked up 5 yards on the reception. He's got 2 catches for 7 yards. Again, that's the receiver number 18 for the Dallas Cowboys. So that's a first down. 1st and 10 right now for the Rams, 36-yard line. So Dallas here opening this third quarter here saying, hey, we're going to go ahead. We're going to move this ball. You got Trey sitting still in the pocket, trusting his offensive line and making the throw. Old man, what's good with you? What's good with you? How are you? All right, feeds it to the back here, but that Rams defensive line says, nah, not going to happen. And now there's Snoop on the carry. Snoop Connor there, his first carry of the game. He picked up a yard on that carry, number 32 for the Dallas Cowboys. Now we're looking at 2nd and 9 here from the Rams 35-yard line. Again, we're all tied up 6-6 so far in this one. It's been a battle of the field goal kickers here, and we've got to find a way to change that. All right, gives it away on the End around here. Cameraman didn't see it. I saw it at first glance here, but he tried to trick me, but that's a 5 yard pickup there. Let's see. O says, I'm good, just trying to stay cool and out this heat. Yes, O says, got to stay out this heat. He says he's ready for like October, November already. All right, so they called illegal shift there against the Dallas Cowboys. So that's going to back them up 5 yards. So now we're looking at 2nd and 14 from the Rams 40-yard line. Gotta avoid mistakes. Gotta avoid mistakes like that. If we're going to put together a touchdown drive, you gotta avoid mistakes. All right, but I see the poll's got 10 votes right now in there. Love it. All right, short pass. So so now it's going to make it 3rd and long after that 1 yard pickup there against short pass there to John Stevens there, the tight end number 81. So now we're looking at 3rd and 13 for the Rams 39-yard line. Let's see what they do. Very critical here because you don't want to take a sack and then have to punt. You do want to at least, if you don't get the first, at least get enough to give yourself an opportunity for a field goal. So let's see what happens. From the Rams 40, shotgun here. Cowboys have it. Trey throws it. Gets the completion well short of the first down marker there, but he does pick up about 7 yards there. Again, going to John Stevens, tight end, who's got 3 catches for 19 yards so far today. That was a 7 yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 4th down, 4th and 6 from the Rams, 32-yard line. All right, and according to the poll here with 11 votes, so we've got Cowboys leading the way here at 55%, but it's close, guys. It is close. Keep those votes coming in. All right, so Trey, here on 4th down, they opt to go for it. Trey throws it off the wrong foot. Trey throws up a prayer, and it does not get answered. It is going to be incomplete, a turnover on downs. He just threw that one up there, and so I probably would have taken the points even if it is preseason there, but they opt to go for it there. Great job by the defense. Even if he does catch that one, he's going to be out of bounds there, incomplete. So what was a 10-play, 40-yard drive in 5 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock stalls out, and that seems to be the theme today. And again, we're currently right now at the commercial there, thanks to the turnover on downs. And when we come back, it's going to be the Rams here with the football. Should be taking over from, they'll have good field position to start this one off. All right, and again, we had Mike tell us that he's got the Eagles winning the division by a lot, but the Commanders being second, and then the Giants, and then the Cowboys. So Mike with the bold prediction of the of the month, actually. Again, if you're just tuning in, be sure to let us know, first of all, who you think is going to win more games this season, the Cowboys or the Rams. Cast your vote if you haven't already. And also, if you are new to the channel and you have not let us know already, do let us know who your favorite team is, whether we're talking NFL, just your favorite sport teams in general, the sports that you like and stuff like that. Let us know that in the chat as well. All right, so here we go. Quarterback up under center here. One back in the backfield. Receiver goes in motion. And Bennett hands it off. And oh, look at that lane there. Look at that. Still fighting forward there. And so Boston Scott picked up 7 yards. I felt like if he could have found a way to bounce it outside, that could have been even bigger. But he did pick up 7 yards there. He's got 10 carries on the night for 48 yards. So averaging 4.8 yards a carry. Yeah, if he could have found a way to keep his head up and just go to the outside, that could have been even bigger. But 2nd and 3 coming up. Again, we're here in the third quarter, 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go, all tied up 6-6. Cowboys, they're showing pressure up that middle. Let's see if they actually send it. Receiver goes in motion and they snap it. Play fake. Bennett on the move. He's really good on the move, but he's going to go deep here and it's going to result in a completion. It's like what I said earlier. You want to see the best of Bennett, get him on the move and stuff like that. That is his game there. You run it a couple times, you get guys in motion, but hold everything as there is a penalty. There is a penalty. Let's see what this is going to be. Wow. So that's going to negate that completion there. This is going to be on the offense. That's big. That's big. And that time, excellent job with the play fake there. And once he gets moving, that's when he is most dangerous. When you get him moving and a guy that's an obvious read. But that time, unfortunately, wiped away thanks to a penalty. Oh, it says, of course his phone died and the troll comes out. At least we know who is behind it. At least we know who's behind it. All right, here we go. 2nd and 18. Bennett steps up, throws it, gets the completion in a tight window there to get it to their own 30-yard line. However, it's still going to be third down, but it makes it much more manageable, picking up 7 yards there on the play. And Jordan Whittington, he's got 6 catches for 74 yards so far in this one. So they're really taking a good, hard look here at Bennett in this game. Well, let's see if he can pick up the first. All right, shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Again, facing 3rd and 11, gets the snap. Bennett looking. Bennett going deep. Bennett gets the completion there near the sideline. What a big time catch there. And that is will lose there with the catch there, or will lose. So big time play. It was 3rd and long. Somebody's got to answer for that. Somebody's got to answer for that. And that time they did no huddle and hurried up and they gave that one to Boston Scott up the middle, and he gets it to midfield, so he picks up about 3 yards there. Looks like Limmer might be a little banged up there on the play. Number 50 for the Rams. But yeah, oh, that was the third troll today. Meanwhile, feeds it to the back. No gain on the play. 3rd and 7 coming up. So 3rd and 7 here. Again, we're all tied up still 6-6 here. So far, each team has managed to get a field goal per quarter prior to this third quarter. And so facing 3rd and 7, let's see what happens. But look at the total yards. Both teams have 214 yards and both teams have 6 points here. So pretty even matchup. All right, here we go. Shotgun. Gets the snap. On the move. Looking. Throws that one away. So throws that one away. 4th down coming up. So another drive. Unable to get any points here. Let's see. Oh, it says staying. Those Bill fans are sending them. Oh, man. All right. Punts on the way. And Up, he was in the end zone. He was in the end zone. The punter's like, "Are you kidding me?" He's like, "Are you kidding me?" He's like, "I practically gift wrapped to you the ball right there, and you had to, and you did something so not smart, to put it nicely." I mean, look at it. No kind of awareness of where you are. You're already in the end zone. Don't try to hide it now. You gotta do better than that. It doesn't get any easier than that. You literally could have been right there, but you're still backpedaling, and you just didn't know where you were at on the field. I know that hurt the punter there, but it's just the preseason, so we'll let it go. All right, but we got 11 votes here. See if we get any more votes to come in here in this third quarter. Try to get a few more votes in there. And again, we're currently right now at the commercial here, but all tied up 6-6. Let's see. O says, I had people get upset because I called May a project quarterback. Why would they get upset about that? Why would they get upset about that? I mean, I feel like back when like Josh Allen came out, I feel like he would have qualified as a project quarterback. There's nothing wrong with being a project quarterback and stuff like that. Project quarterback means, hey, I got the tools, but I need someone to assemble me the correct way. That's basically what it means. Like, hey, I've got everything that you can ask for, everything you can want in a quarterback. There are some things that I really excel in, but there are some things that it's going to take some time to develop, whether it's because of the scheme that he was used to, or maybe just the coaches didn't correct him at the college level and stuff like that. But that's stuff that, with the right scheme, you can fix a project quarterback with the right scheme. All right, hands it off to the back, bounces off of one guy here, still using his arms here, tried to stiff arm there. Oh, that's a flag there. That extra last shift, yeah, they're not going to let that fly. They're not going to let that fly. So tack on another 15 more yards there. And good old Snoop Connor there fighting for those yards, picked up 8 yards prior to that penalty. Let's see. Mike says, I owe owe me an apology. You say Max stinks. And let's see. O says, Mad, you were right. I was wrong, but he did outplay Josh Allen for the first 2 years versus Josh Allen's first 2 years. Meanwhile, Trey throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. O says, but it's all good. New England got May. And so not just May, we also got Milton also. Love what I saw from him in the preseason. Would love to maintain him long term as a backup and stuff like that, behind May. Hopefully those two can just stay, because there's a lot of things we can do with him from time to time. So that'd be nice. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Shotgun. It's a screen. Gets it to the back. Yeah, you're not going to stiff arm a big number 90 now. Big number 90's been getting after it. Davis has been getting after it. So that's a 3-yard reception. That's Snoop Connor's first catch of the game. Now we're looking at 3rd and 7 from the Dallas 46-yard line. That's the fourth one. That's the fourth one. All right, here we go. Third and seven. Shotgun formation. Receiver goes in motion here. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. They snap the ball. Defense showing pressure. Gets it completed, but he will be shy of that first down marker. And that was Cam Johnson with the catch there. He picks up 4 yards, but he will be 3 yards shy of that first down marker. Now we got fourth and three, ball at approximately midfield, looks like. 4 minutes left to go here in the third quarter of play. Cowboys are going to go ahead and opt to go for it here once again. So they are really doing everything that they can to get a good look at Trey Lance in this one. Now it's going to be five wide. Now he can use his legs. Let's see if he opts to do that. Oh, he feels the pressure, shakes away from one guy. He might have to use his legs. He's looking. He's going to try. He extends. But is it enough? He picked up three. The referee signals a first down. Now that time, he used his legs out of necessity that time because that defensive line is getting after it. 98 was there. Somehow he got away from that. Then it was just going to come down to a foot race in which he won that one. All right, Trey gets it, looking, throws it, and it is completed there by the fullback before he gets upended there. I'm sorry, he's tight end, Princeton Fant on that one, number 48. 3 yards on the play. Second and seven coming up. All right, so it's second and seven. The ball on the Ram side of the field here at their 44 right now. Cowboys with the football. We've got Trey Lance up under center, making adjustments here. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. 5 seconds right now on the play clock. He snaps it, feeds it to the back. The Rams did blitz on that one, but the back picks up 2 yards, and that's Nathaniel Pete out there with the carry. Nathaniel Pete picks up 2 yards on the carry, number 36 running back for the Dallas Cowboys. All right, meanwhile, let me see if there's any more votes that came in for the poll. Not yet, so be sure to cast your vote. If you haven't voted already, let me know who's going to win more games in the regular season, the Cowboys or the Rams. Be sure to let JB know who you got winning more. Meanwhile, Dak looking. I'm sorry, not Dak, I'm tripping. Trey looking. And yeah, just gets out of bounds there. I mean, what can you do on a broken play like that? Nothing was there. If anything, probably should threw that one away. But yeah, that is Trey. And they're going to call that one a sack. They're actually going to call it a sack. And they're going to give that one to Van Valkenburg, number 51, the linebacker for the Rams. Zach Van Valkenburg. And to compare these two quarterbacks, I mean, you look at Trey Lance, 16 of 27 passing for 111 yards through the air, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Then you look at Stetson Bennett, 14 of 23, 133. This is a 65-yard field goal attempt here. And so no good on the field goal attempt. And so all of that, and he missed it. He missed it. Now he had the leg, but he just missed it. And that was 65 yards. I mean, that was pretty far. And let's see. O says, "Dang, JB, they really out here for you. A dude can't go to get a drink." This is really like a record, honestly. This is like I think the fifth time. You say, "Okay, Trolls, I got my water and I'm locked in." You say, "Try your best now." It's like they're waiting on any moment that you're not there, old, and they're like, "Okay, we got him now." Usually when trolls come through though, that usually means that there's a good amount of views and stuff like that. And I don't know how many people are currently watching. I can't see it from the screen I've got pulled up and stuff like that, but definitely helps up. But we've got 11 votes in the poll, so now's a good time to let me know where you stand on the poll. Cowboys or Rams, who's going to win more this upcoming season? Lewis is like no comment. He's got no comment for what he's seeing right now. Lewis is disgusted out there. He just cannot believe it. And we still got a minute and 15 seconds left to go here in the third. Again, Dallas missed the field goal last time out there. Let's see. O says, yeah, that means you're doing something. And so, yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. I feel like this year I normally last year do like three streams throughout the week and stuff like that, three to four and stuff like that. But I really want to try my best to up it from just one college football stream a week and try to make it two and stuff like that. I'll see what day. It'll have to be a day that I don't already normally stream on and stuff like that. So I'll see what date I feel like would work. It'll most likely, if I do pick up a second one, it might end up being for college football because we'll have obviously NFL Sunday, we'll have NFL Monday, we'll have NFL Thursday. So it may end up because college football is normally Saturday for me. And so I might end up doing some optional ones to where it's either Tuesday or Wednesday and stuff like that. If I keep getting good views and stuff like that, consistently, then I'll go ahead and try to put that extra effort to add another day of streaming and stuff. All right, so after that missed field goal last time out there, there's still a minute and 15 left to go here in the third. Rams have the football, one back in the backfield, trips top of the formation, one receiver at the bottom. Play fake. Bennett looking. Bennett throws it. He threw another interception. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Another interception. Who throws three interceptions in a preseason game? In a preseason game. Oh my goodness. Somebody get him out of there. Somebody get him. You know what? Matter of fact, you know what? Matter of fact, Ram fans, fret not. This is coming from a Patriot fan. If you guys want Bailey Zappe, we can work something out. We can work something out. Just give us a call. Just give us a call. But man, this is three interceptions, and all of them were just bad passes. It wasn't like it was tipped up in the air. It's not like it was, like a receiver just, not making an effort. All three of these were just flat out bad interceptions and stuff like that. Like this might have actually been the least worst of his three interceptions. The other two were terrible as well. The first one was just an overthrow and stuff like that. But it's just all out, just bad interceptions. And this is not what you want from your QB too and stuff like that. I like Matthew Stafford and stuff like that. And obviously if you got him, you're good. But if he were to miss a couple games, because we know the history of Matthew Stafford with injuries and stuff like that, if he hasn't missed a couple games, do you really want to have to rely on a guy who right now has thrown three interceptions and stuff like that? I mean, these are bad interceptions, guys, like really bad interceptions. And so once again, if it wasn't for the way that the defense is playing, it would be reflected on the scoreboard. But man, he is 14 of 24, 133 yards, and three interceptions. It's the deep stuff he's struggling with. Like the deep over the middle stuff, he is really struggling. It's like a 50-50 chance in terms of it getting to his guy or the other guy and stuff like that. And I get it, Cowboys, they're very aggressive at going after the football and stuff like that when it comes to like their secondary. But at the same time, this is bad. Let's see. O says, is that Nathan Peterman out there? And so, good old Nate Dogg. But nah, I'd have to say that this is looking a little bit more like EJ Manuel that time he went to London and stuff like that. This is bad. And he's supposed to be. He's a guy that as a second quarterback. If he's like the third quarterback option, sure. And if maybe the Rams do have another quarterback ahead of him on the depth chart, I'm just going off of last year and the fact that he started off this game and stuff like that. But yeah, that's concerning. That's concerning. Three interceptions. I kept my cool the first couple of interceptions, but to get to three, that is just like, wow, absolutely insane. So once again, I'm assuming they're going to rock Trey Lance back out there again, but these quarterbacks are struggling. Lewis, I know you are probably just out there just spazzed out right now. Like that's gotta hurt. Let's see. O says Rams send a 2025 third round pick to the Pats from Milton. You say, remember the Rams say after those picks. They do say that. That's right. That's right. But you know what? You know what? I still want to keep Milton. I do. But they can have Zappe. They can have Zappe. All right. So here we go. Lance up under center. Multiple tight ends. Play fake. Looking. Throws it. Gets the completion. And that is Dante Burnett there with the catch. His first catch of the game. Number 6. He picked up 11 yards and a first down there. Excellent job to secure that catch. And let's see. Lewis says he's just he's just here starting staring at your drink. Throws it short. Gets the completion there. It's going to be Snoop for 3 yards there in the catch. His second catch of the game. He's got two catches for 6 yards in this one. Snoop Connor. Second and 7 coming up from the Dallas 49-yard line. See if they can get into the Rams territory here. Mike says Nathan Peterman not says not bad. Says not bad. All right, snaps it. This will be the last play of the quarter. Gets the completion there. And he's going to be about a yard shy of that first down marker. So excellent job just picking up some yards there. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. And at the end of the third quarter, we're still tied up 6-6. Will anybody score again? Let's see. O says Zappe for a 2026 seventh round pick. You said you'll drive Zappe to LA yourself. Now that'd be something because then you have to compensate you for the drive, the food, the pickup, all that stuff. But yeah, he's taking away meaningful reps in the preseason that Drake May could be getting and stuff like that, you know. So I do want for him to go ahead and be traded for that reason mostly. I got no real issues for the guy because I mean Zappe was put into a really tough situation, and we needed him more than like to save us from Mac Jones and stuff. And obviously with the roster that we had at that time, not much to be could be expected. But that being said, I like the other three quarterbacks a lot, so we can't, we're not going to carry four. So go ahead and trade him. He said, nah, he doesn't. You'll take it out. Oh, it says this one's on him. This one's on him. Maybe he can catch an Uber with Juju and stuff like that. They can go somewhere. And again, we are currently here at the commercial because it's the end of the third quarter. And so you say him getting out is payment enough. Old says he is tired of it all. Every year we have a quarterback or two that comes out and does surprisingly well and stuff like that, whether it's for the entire season, whether it's for, like half the season, whatever it is. Because I remember when Joe Flacco took over and stuff like that last year, pretty good for Cleveland. He was exactly what they needed and stuff like that down there in Cleveland last season and stuff like that. But who's going to be this year? And we're going to exclude rookies for the sake of this conversation. But who's going to be this year quarterback that just like comes out of nowhere and just does has a great season? Like last year, it was Baker Mayfield. I think we can all agree last year Baker Mayfield came in there, did a pretty good job. Who's going to be this year's Baker Mayfield? All right, third and one, and they're going to go ahead and run it with Trey Lance up the middle. I can see that we're getting desperate now. We're having quarterbacks keep it in the preseason, no regard for their long-term health. All right, here we go here in the fourth quarter. Two tight ends on the play, two receivers, one back. Play fake. Trey Lance looking, taking a deep shot, has a man with a step, but he overthrew him. And this is a common theme I'm seeing right now. Like that, he's got no touch. He's got a tremendous arm. We know what he can do with his legs, but it's all about that touch. Because there's a couple passes there where that touch just wasn't there. All right, so old man says Carr. You think Derek Carr is going to be that quarterback? I actually think that if Carr goes down, Spencer Rattler's going to take his job. But okay, okay. I think there's a couple candidates there. There's a couple candidates, but I'm looking hard at that Raiders position. And if Gardner Minshew ends up being quarterback one for them, I think Gardner Minshew can be that guy. He showed last year with Indianapolis what he can do. I think he can do something similar, maybe even better considering the weapons that he does have down there with the Las Vegas Raiders and stuff like that. So I think if he gets that spot over time, I think that he could put together a pretty good season with the Raiders. And if you think about the history of the Raiders, when's the last time that they were really good? It's with journeymen like, obviously Rich Gannon comes to mind when you think of a journeyman and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and say Gardner Minshew, if he wins that job, look out. He's my pick for this year's Baker Mayfield, or at least he comes to mind for that. All right, third and six, tosses it to the back off the right side. He's going to pick up a yard in the play against Snoop Connor there. Fourth and five coming up from the Rams 36-yard line. Again, this drive, 7 plays, 29 yards, 2 minutes and 29 seconds off the clock. Lewis says Jimmy G. Where exactly is Jimmy G? Remind me where Jimmy G is at. Like, Jimmy G's been basically a ghost for me right now. So where is Jimmy G currently at? I did not know that Jimmy G was with the Rams. I'm just not finding this out. Interesting. All right, so Trey on the move here on fourth down. Got to make something happen here. And brought him down for the sack. He tried his best. Dallas is acting like that guy that plays Madden that has no offense that keeps going for it on fourth down and getting a stop but doesn't learn from it. So once again, a common theme right now, turnover on downs. Whether it's turnover on downs for the Cowboys or turnover off of interceptions for the Rams, it's been turnover city in this one. All right, O says Rams. So yeah, appreciate that. I didn't even pay attention that Jimmy G was on the Rams. So okay, well at least you got Jimmy to back up Matthew Stafford. But how confident do I feel that the quarterback who's supposed to be my emergency quarterback needs an emergency quarterback? Because yeah, Jimmy G, we know how Jimmy G gets injured from time to time. That's no secret and stuff like that. So, but fun fact about Jimmy G and me, we actually share the same birth date and stuff like that, just a day and stuff like that. The actual day that we were born. Well, not the actual, like, excluding the year is what I'm trying to say. Excluding the year, we have the same month and day birthday, me and Jimmy G. So I remember I found that out. Let's see. O says he can't play though. He's suspended. And so, oh wow. So yeah, so this is extremely important right here that they get as many reps as they can from Stinson Bennett. And again, we're currently right now at the commercial here with 12 minutes and 49 seconds left to go in this one. Here in the fourth quarter with 12 minutes and 49 seconds, I just said that, to go. But it's really just been that kind of game where it's like they will move the ball, but then it will stall. All right, so let's see what the Rams do here with bringing up under center. Receiver goes in motion, feeds it to the back here, and that's going to be Zach Evans for his 10th carry of the game. He picks up 3 yards on the play. All right, so 2nd and 7 coming up. Bending up under center. One back in the backfield. Play fake. Throws it. Gets the completion. And he's going to be a yard shy of that first down marker. Picked up 6 yards there. And that was Stoops with the reception. Going to make it 3rd and 1 coming up. Now Bennett up under center. Feeds it to the back who gets enough for the first down. Picked up 2 yards there against Zach Evans there with the carry. 11 carries for 30 yards in this one. 11 minutes and 48 seconds to go here in the game. And somebody's got to score again, right? I feel like if somebody's going to score, it's going to have to be the Rams because it doesn't seem like the Cowboys are interested in taking any field goals at this point. So gives it to the back off the right side. Bounces off of one guy. Picks up 2 yards. Again, Zach Evans with the carry. But there's a penalty. There's a penalty. Ode says, run the ball, milk this clock. I'm with you. I'm with you. I am with you. When it comes to a game like this, it's like, all right, just go ahead, run this ball, milk the clock, stuff like that. You guys clearly don't want to score. All right, so after the penalty there that negated the play, now we're looking at 1st and 20. Shotgun formation, 5 wide. They're at their own 48-yard line now. Bennett throws it over the middle. Incomplete. Ball was tipped it, and he's lucky. Everybody was so far deep that that ball was not intercepted again. 2nd and 20 coming up. 11 minutes left to go here in the game. All right, shotgun. 3 receivers on the play. Again, from their own 48-yard line. Bennett gets a snap, throws this one, and they call that one incomplete. Incomplete. 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 20. So I say 3rd and 20, just go ahead and run the ball. Hopefully you get a big gain to at least give you a shot at a long, long field goal, but I doubt that's going to happen here. But let's see, 3rd and 20. Again, that penalty did hurt because it put them in a long situation. All right, out of the shotgun. Feeds it to Scott, and Scott's going to pick up 9 yards before they call his progress stop there. So he picks up 9 yards there. He's got 13 carries tonight for 60 yards. Boston Scott. 4th down coming up. But the ball right now is at the Dallas 43-yard line. So it's going to bring out the punter. An opportunity to try to pin him deep. All right, punts on the way. And it goes into the end zone. If I'm this punter, I'm like, what else can I do? Special teams ain't helping. This is not the punter's fault. He's doing his job. All right, so with just over 10 minutes left to go here in the game, and again, the score is still 6-6 right now. Again, so far in this one, Stinson Bennett for the Rams, 15 of 27 for 139 yards passing, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions for Stinson Bennett. And then you look at the Dallas Cowboys, And for Dallas, it has been for Trey Lance, 20 of 32 for 135 yards passing, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He was sacked twice. He's also the leading rusher in this game, 5 carries for 43 yards. Again, Cooper Rush did come out there to start this one off opening drive. He was 2 of 3 for 44 yards. All right, so Ode says he wants to see them start to run and milk this clock. Again, the final preseason game of week 1. Let's see. Ode says, and Cowboys want Trey to be QB1. And so anything not to pay Dak. Anything not to pay Dak. All right, from their own 20-yard line. Got a fullback on the play, one back, tight end, two receivers. Play fake. Trey looking. Trey throws it. Oh, it's incomplete. Incomplete. Cornerback thought he was going to be able to jump that one, but incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Lewis says he took a shot just to stay awake. Just to stay awake. Just to stay awake. Lewis says it's been a struggle. All right, 2nd and 10. And looks like Trey's going to keep it himself here before he goes out of bounds. Picks up a yard on a run. He's got 6 carries for 44 yards. 3rd and 9 coming up. All right, here we go. Shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. 3rd and 9. Can he get the first down here? Lance throws it. Gets the completion. And a first down. Picked up 12 yards. And again to Dante Burnett, number 6 for the Dallas Cowboys. And again, we're still tied up 6-6. So no scoring so far here in the second half. Nobody scored in the second half. There's been no touchdowns the entire game. It was battle of the kickers, but they say now we're not even getting that at this point. Gets the snap. Ramson in pressure. Oh, gets the completion there. Gets the completion. Excellent job there by Kelvin Harmon there, the receiver number 84. Anytime I see a receiver wearing like the number in the number 80s and stuff like that, I'm always rooting for him. Bring back the number 80s. But excellent job making a catch, even after getting undercutted. Let's see. Mike says, I'm out. Hope you're on again soon, JB. And so I'll put up my schedule sometime before we reach Thursday. Most likely it'll probably be anytime between, now and Wednesday or today and Wednesday. So, but yeah, I'll have it up. So definitely, make sure that notification bell is turned on. And most likely I'll be back for Thursday though. Like most likely I'll be back Thursday. I just don't know the schedule right now off the top of my head. But yeah, appreciate you coming out, Mike. It's always great to see you. All right, multiple tight ends, 2 receivers top of the screen. Play fake. Lance looking. Lance throws it, completed again. And he's just running. Look at him go to the 26-yard line. Wow. And again, Harmon again. This time he picked up 26 yards. I like it. This kid's got that to him. He's not afraid to take a hit. He went up there, snagged it. Excellent job. Now, Trey throws it into tight coverage there, gets the completion. It's going to be a pickup of 6 yards. That was Cam Johnson with the catch, number 14 for the Dallas Cowboys. So 2nd and 4 coming up. We got 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in this game. We're just hoping that they just either run the ball or get a completion. Just keep this clock moving here. Now they are 20 yards away, so they're in the red zone here. 20 yards away from getting in the end zone here. 2nd and 4. Throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Now, McMath, he was doing the math in terms of how quickly that DB was creeping up on him, so he dropped that pass. All right, so 3rd and 4. Gets the snap out of the shotgun. Throws it. Oh, he dropped it. The ball was there. What more can you ask for? All right, but at least we'll get a field goal attempt here. A 37-yard field goal attempt. And the kick is good. All right, so that's going to give the Cowboys the lead here. They're up 9-6 here in the fourth quarter with 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go. And we finally have a score here in the second half of play. Over 6 minutes to go in this one. We'll see how the Rams come out in this. And again, we're currently here at the commercial. I mean, Trey Lance has thrown the ball 39 times in this one. He's 24 of 39 for 191 yards passing. Stinson Bennett, he is 15 of 27 for 139 yards through the air and 3 interceptions. But again, that last drive by the Cowboys, 10 plays, 60 yards, in just under 4 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock, in which that gave the Cowboys the lead here, 9-6. And again, still the commercial here. That being said, if you're the Rams here, obviously you're only down by 3 points. All the mistakes that was made, you're only down by 3 points here. So, and you got plenty of time here, plenty of time. But you got to come down there and get a score if you're the Rams. Again, that was a 38-yard field goal there made by Brandon Aubrey. All right, kickoff on the way. Gonna get the return. He's at the 15, the 25, 30, all the way to about the 34-yard line. That's where he was brought down. And yes, for Bennett, it's been a turn. It's been a story of turnovers so far. Referees are discussing a penalty right now. Braden, yo, Braden, what's good with you? What's good with you? Oh yeah, let's see. Braden says, I see we got a barn burner here, and so that term is being thrown out quite a lot these days, but it was only applicable for yesterday's game. But this one right here, oh man, don't get me started. Let's see. Oh, it says kickers getting their shots today. Kickers and punters. Yeah, kickers, punters, both of them. All kickers. Man. Oh yeah, but old man and Braden, let's see. I guess both of you two are the only ones that's on right now that's in our fantasy league. So we finally finalized the last person in our fantasy league yesterday. We had RC joining our fantasy league. That's right. Our guy RC is going to be joining us in fantasy. He's already signed up as of yesterday. He took over Joe's Bold team, and so he's got to change the name at some point. But yeah, RC is now in our fantasy league. This will be his first year playing fantasy and stuff like that. So I'll be, giving him all kinds of advice to get started and prep for the draft and stuff like that, which is only like what 19 days away for us. So yeah. So yeah, RC is in our fantasy league. Brandon says, I saw Stinson has 3 picks. All right, meanwhile, for the Rams on the return, goes to about the 23-yard line. Let's see. O says, oh, okay, bet. That doesn't matter, though. You say Mr. JB still losing. Oh, let's see. Brandon says, nice, happy he joined. And so, yeah, so after this season, I will make like a small change in terms of the current like divisions and stuff like that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna just merge it into two big divisions or keep it at four, but this is like, after this season. For this season, I had already made the schedules and stuff, so I just imported him in to take over the previous team. So he's got to change the name at some point. But yeah, he'll be in Pop Brown's division, so that's a tough division to join, having two guys that was already in the championship that last year. Play fake. Bennett slings it to the back. The back has a lot of space. This is going to help get those yards up there for Bennett. Picks up 24 yards there, and that was Evans with the catch. Zach Evans. Yeah, because there was only one person last year who did not really check their team at all and stuff like that. And I tried to reach out to that person and he just didn't respond. So, absolutely. But I see that we got 12 votes in. So, Braden came in and tied things up. He said there was no way he's going to let the Cowboys win that poll. All right, so this time Zach Evans loses 2 yards there on the carry off the left end there. He's got 12 carries today for 28 yards. Second and 12 coming up for the Rams' 33-yard line. Let's see. Braden says, what day is the draft? The draft is on August 30th for our fantasy football league. August 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Bennett, tell me that's not so. Tell me they're showing a replay. Tell me he did not just throw another interception. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Another interception. Wow. Wow. Bennett. Bennett. Wow. This is exactly why when everybody says, oh, but he's a champion and stuff like that, he won as a champion at the college level and stuff like that, it's going to translate to the pros. No, it doesn't work like that. If you're on a great team and stuff like that, that's wonderful. That's fantastic. But doesn't always translate to the NFL having success on an individual personal level and stuff like that. And that applies for all former champions and stuff like that at the college level. Braden says, "Oh my goodness." Lewis is like, "Uh-oh." He's like, "You know what? This is so bad." He's just gonna laugh. He's just gonna laugh. All right, here we go. Shotgun. Lance doing his dance back there, moving around. Oh, he got pebbled. No, I'm sorry. His lineman got pebbled. It was like the lineman took the impact of that hit there. But yeah, that's gonna go down as a sack. But he did get back to the line of scrimmage there. 2nd and 10. Please, guys, just run the ball. It's no crime in running the ball. You can run the ball. You can kick the field goal. Trust your defense here. Oh, man. Lewis is like, I'll never take the over on them again. It's the end around. That picks up about 4 yards there, and that's Burnett. I like the way that they're using Burnett. But hold everything. There's a penalty on the play. Let's see. Braden says, just remember Stinson Bennett won 65-7 in this stadium against TCU, LOL. And so that is true. That is true. That is true. So they placed the curse on him after that, I bet. That's why he's out there performing like this. But that is true. Man, what a beatdown that was. I mean, I've seen beatdowns, but that was a beatdown. Kind of remind me of last year's Dolphins versus Broncos game where the Dolphins just pulled off the belt on them. Meanwhile, Lance throws it incomplete. So now we've got 3rd and long coming up. 3 minutes and 41 seconds here. Why aren't they running the ball? Yeah, but I tell you what though, today had to be the record for the most amount of trolls we've had come through here. I think we had like 4 or 5. Let's see, Braden says I'm having flashbacks to the Coast Broncos game from a couple of years ago, and so, man, every time I see 9-6, that's what flashes back in my mind because that's exactly what we were forced to watch and stuff like that. Meanwhile, another completion, but he lost a yard or two on the play, and so 4th down coming up, but at least it keeps the clock moving. That's a positive. Trey Lance is throwing the ball 41 times in this one. He's 25 of 41 for 190 yards and stuff like that. To throw the ball 41 times in a preseason game and stuff like that, it's just mind-boggling. But so is throwing 4 interceptions in the case of Stinson Bennett and stuff like that in a preseason game. All right, a 52-yard field goal attempt. Can he make it? Kick is up. And the kick is good. Yes, he can. Give that kicker another 3 points. He's converted for 4 field goals today. He's like he wishes it was the regular season to boost his stats. But Cowboys leading this one 12-6, 2 minutes and 52 seconds left to go here in this one, and the Rams trailing by 6 points. So if they could somehow get into the end zone, that would definitely give them an opportunity to take the lead. But the way the defense has been going here, wow. Let's see. Braden says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't here to mod JB." And so we had Old on, but they waited to every time Old stepped away. He was there at least for 2 of them, the first 2 and all like that. I got him quickly, but a record number today. Normally, when I see like a record number of when I see a lot of trolls come through, that usually means that we're having a high amount of views, higher than typical and stuff like that. Again, I can't see how many people are usually live from the screen that I have up and stuff like that, but I use that as an indication along with how many votes I see in the poll. Because if it's a higher number, like like 20s and stuff like that, then I know, okay, it's a good number. Now, if it's in the 40s, that means we have a great audience out there, like in terms of like a lot. So I use that to kind of gauge in terms of, how many views we are currently getting. But again, 2 minutes and 52 seconds to go here in the fourth. After that fourth interception by Bennett, what will they do here with 2 minutes and 52 seconds to go? All right, lines up in the shotgun here. Gets the snap. Throws it up, but there is a stoppage of play here, false start. All right, here we go. First and 15 after that 5-yard penalty. From their own 25-yard line, down by 6 points right now. So you're down by 6 points, so that means you got to be thinking touchdown here. Can Stetson Bennett save his night? It's looking. Throws it, gets it to the back, and the back gets out of bounds after picking up 6 yards on the play. It's going to make it 2nd and 9 coming up. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. Shotgun again. Bennett gets the snap. Cowboys sending pressure. Bennett holds on to it. Bennett gets hit. Oh my goodness. What a sack. And that was Jason Johnson, linebacker number 53, with the sack for the Dallas Cowboys. Wow. Look at that. This time they brought pressure. Running back could only pick up one. The other guy roamed free. Excellent design. Let's see. Braden says, I saw Texas and Texas A&M starting running backs both suffered season-ending injuries, which suck. Ooh, wow. Yeah, that's big time. That's big time. I'm trying to think. I feel like there was another big time running back that got injured. Wasn't it what's this guy for the Texas Longhorns who was behind Brooks last year? I think it was like Baxter or something like that. I thought he got hurt. I don't know if it's for the season, but I know he had got hurt, I believe. If I'm thinking of the right, I think it was like CJ Baxter or something like that. So running backs are getting hurt. Running backs are getting hurt. Heck, the Buckeyes have a running back who we were going to put into the rotation that got hurt. Now, he wasn't, like one of our top 2 running backs, thankfully, but still, he got hurt. Bennett throws this one. Another interception. Give this man the record. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. He's an interception magnet out there. Wow. Braden says Bennett is having a terrible game. And you say, yep, it was Baxter. And so, yes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Bennett. Bennett. He's gone. EJ Manuel out there. Now, there's a penalty. Hopefully, this penalty can save him. Nope. That's a holding penalty right there. All right. So, saved by the penalty. Or is it saved by the penalty? Yeah, it's saved by the penalty. Okay. Okay. Man. Whew. Braden says, oh my goodness. Oh, it says, that's Nathan Peterman. That is fully EJ Manuel right there. Because I remember that game very vividly where EJ went out there and threw like, what was it, like 5 interceptions in that game. And the coaching staff had no choice but to keep him out there because they did not have another quarterback for that game. So they had to keep him out there regardless. It's like at this point, can we just run a Wildcat all game? Like somebody get that man out of there. But we're at the 2-minute warning. Right now, our poll question is tied. So if you cast your vote, you might just cast the vote that decides who wins this poll. Lewis says this is the same Bennett from Georgia. And so I know we were talking about the beatdown that he dished out to, TCU, but I'm telling you, it's a difference. That's why I always say when it comes to whether or not a guy wins a championship or not at the collegiate level, I would not hold that against him in terms of whether or not he's going to be a star at the pro level or not. You think about Josh Allen, he went to Wyoming. What did Wyoming never do and stuff like that? Not anything. So, but he still turned out to be great. So, you know, um, it is what it is. Braden says, "Do the Rams have a fourth quarterback?" LOL. And so I was thinking if they had one, they would have already played him by now. Because there's no way he would be playing all four quarters every single minute if they had another one. But I'm assuming that they don't, which is why I'm telling them if they're interested in Bailey Zappe, give us a call. One call, that's all. But again, the 2-minute warning here. All right, so returning back to the action. Oh, it says Jimmy G can't play, I believe, until after week 3 or 4 of the regular season. And so, okay, okay. All right, so saved from the interception there, which would have been his fifth, but they're not going to count it thanks to the penalty. So, all right, so here we go. Another opportunity. Bennett throws it short, gets the completion there, picks up 5 yards on the play, and that was short to Boston Scott, who they put back out there. All right, three receivers, one tight end, one back. Gets the snap out the shotgun. Cowboys sending pressure, but before all of that, there's a penalty to stop the play once again. Let's see. Braden says, I remember saying he would be the next Tom Brady. You said, I don't think anyone is trading for Zappe. Well, it's tough being a team that nobody likes to trade with and stuff like that. I have to deal with that as a Laker fan, whereas if another team offered the same exact trade, they would do it. But because it's coming from us, they're like, nope, we don't want to help you guys out at all. It's tough. But man, Braden, I don't think I would have repeated that. Even if it's true, I would not have repeated that at all. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Again, fourth quarter, a minute 39 left to go. Cowboys up 12-6. But the Rams, despite everything, they still have an opportunity here. Let's see what they do. Bennett in the pocket, throws it, gets the completion, and the receiver does the rest to get him to the first down marker. Excellent job there by Drake Stoops, the former Oklahoma Sooner. All right, hurrying up here. Snaps it, throws it over the middle, completed again. Uh-oh, he's hurt. He's hurt. There's a flag that came out and everything. Oh, he looks like he's in some pain here. Oh, man. And he was hit both by number 59, I believe, Brock Morganson. And they're going to call unnecessary roughness here against Johnson, number 53 for the Cowboys. Let's look at this again. Braden says, what's going to happen to Joe Milton? Well, Braden, if I have any say, which I don't, I believe that he's going to stay as our third quarterback. They drafted him for a reason. He's got a unique skill set and stuff like that. And just, to keep him around and stuff like that. So I believe that he will stay around. Now, obviously, if somebody comes and gives us an offer that we just can't refuse, then sure, we'll trade him. But if he doesn't get traded, he'll stay. Bailey Zappe is going to be gone. We're just going to have to rock it with three quarterbacks. Just got the rocket with three quarterbacks. All right, so he got up. That's great news there. Let's go into the sideline. But yeah, that's what I think is going to happen there. Going to keep him there. Fan base really loves him. They really love him. So yeah, Zappe is going to be gone. And now they're talking about the regular season record for most interceptions at a game. And remember, a minute and 15 seconds left to go. At the 30-yard line of the Cowboys. They're going to toss it here to Scott. And Scott's going to pick up 7 yards on the play there, Boston Scott. Again, 14 carries for 67 yards for him today. Throws it, gets the completion there and a first down. And that is Miller Forrestal with the catch, number 82, tight end for the Los Angeles Rams. He's got 2 catches for 14 yards. He picked up 5 yards on that catch. And it's going to be a fresh new set of downs to work with here. First and 10 from the Dallas 18-yard line. All right, here in the shotgun with 49 seconds left to go. Gets the snap. Bennett looking, throws it, completed, and that's going to be a first down. It's going to be a first down there to Drake Stoops. 37 seconds here. They want to hurry that up. Can they get into the end zone all game long? Teams have refused to get into that end zone. They're going to run the ball here. And, oh, he's going to get brought down to picking up a yard here on the play. They do have timeouts to work with here. And they do call a timeout. They do call a timeout. 26 seconds left to go in this one. So who is going to be victorious? Will we see Stinson Bennett put it together here on this last drive, piece it together to come out here and get the W for the Rams, or will this Dallas defense do what they've done all game long and prevent it from getting in the end zone? And again, 2nd and 7. Rams have one timeout remaining. Again, Cowboys have all three. And let's see. Ball, what's good with ya? How are you doing? Ball says, hey. All right, 2nd and 6. Bennett looking. Bennett pump fakes. He's going to run, gets brought down. Got back to line of scrimmage there. 17 seconds on the clock. Did they burn their final timeout? Correct. They burned their timeout here. And that's going to go down actually as a sack there. All right, let's see. That 13 vote came in to give the Cowboys there the lead in the poll. Okay. And again, we still have time. A couple seconds here for anybody that's watching that hasn't cast their vote. Go ahead and cast your vote and let us know who you got winning more games this NFL season. Again, this is the final game of the first week of the NFL preseason. Week 2 should provide a lot of excitement as we'll get to see more of the traditional starters out there playing a little bit longer to get some reps and stuff. But 3rd and 6, Bennett gets the snap. Bennett looking, throws it. Incomplete, incomplete. He didn't have much of a chance to go up there and get that one incomplete. So now here we go. 4th and 6. 11 seconds left on the clock. This is basically game. Barring some type of penalty here, it's the last chance for the Rams right now if they're going to try to win this game. Personally, I would draw something up for Stoops and find a way to get him something across the middle. I feel like Stoops can get something over the middle if I was quarterbacking. But here we go. All right. 6 yards away from the end zone. Shotgun formation. Bennett gets the snap. Cowboys send in 4. Bennett in the pocket, moving around. Bennett has a guy chasing him, slings it, and that's going to be in the end zone for a touchdown for the Rams. How about that to Miller Forrestal? He gets a touchdown. It took all game for us to finally be able to see a team get into the end zone, and it comes with just 4 seconds remaining. How about that? Braden says, I don't think the Packers are going to be playing many of their starters in that one. Well, the Packers are a different case there. Oh, wow, look at that. We got a couple more votes that came in. Okay, okay. But man, what a huge touchdown right there for the Rams. And now, pinning the PAT attempt here to give them the lead late. Snap is good, hold is good, and the PAT attempt is good. So that's going to make it Rams 13, Cowboys 12. Only 4 seconds remaining here. So if you're the Cowboys, you better have something special going on for special teams. And so let's see. Ode says, Ayo, pick after pick, and he pulled a touchdown like this. Exactly, the last possible chance and stuff like that. Wow. Wow. I mean, this Cowboys defense, they've been playing tremendous all game long from start to finish. But at that time, the Rams made the play when it mattered the most at the end of that one. Now, just 4 seconds left before this one concludes. Let's see if there's any type of miracle. Now, again, all the Cowboys need is a field goal over 4 seconds, though. That's going to be pretty hard to do. You'll need a penalty to give yourself a chance at a field goal. Otherwise, you got to score a touchdown. But man, Braden says, well, Bennett just saved himself. And so to come through in the clutch, again, Bennett, 24 of 38 for 224 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions so far today. He did have a 5th one, but it was called back by a penalty, but he put it together that last drive for the touchdown. So there it is. Again, Bennett played the entire game. Now, Trey Lance, though, he didn't start off the game, but once he got in, I mean, he's 25 of 41, 188 yards passing. He's also got 6 carries for 44 yards today as well. So getting it done on the ground and a lot of passing attempts, especially for a preseason game. Clearly, they wanted to evaluate him heavily. Both teams get to evaluate their third string quarterback. Again, that was a 13-play drive by the Rams for 70 yards and 2 minutes and 48 seconds off the clock. All right, so here we go. Waiting on the kickoff. Kickoff on the way. All right, let's see what the return does here. He's got to do it for his squad. Look at him go. Oh, they got him. They got him at the 32. Yeah, he's not going nowhere. They got to blow this one. He's not going nowhere. It looked pretty good to begin with, though. I'm not going to lie. It looked like there might have been a little bit of a crease there, but that's going to be the final score in this one. We have the Rams winning it 13 to 12 as they pull together a tremendous drive towards the end to come away with the touchdown there. I mean, both teams, we saw our share of kickers, especially in the first half and stuff like that, but towards the end, it was the Rams that came through and was victorious. Braden says this is like when you play Madden, throw a bunch of picks, but somehow still win and stuff like that. Yes. And so that concludes week one of the preseason matchups. And so JB's, I anticipate that the next live stream is going to be Thursday. I don't know which teams are playing Thursday yet, but it should be Thursday, should be my next live stream and stuff like that. But thank you guys so much for coming through. And again, just to recap, today, what took place and stuff like that for both of these teams. And you look at the Cowboys, Trey Lance was 25 of 41 on the night, 188 yards through the air, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He also went out there rushing wise and led the Cowboys in rushing. He had 6 carries for 44 yards there for the Dallas Cowboys, Trey Lance. And Cooper Rush started off the day. He was 2 of 3 passing for 44 yards. Didn't get to play a lot, but he was effective in that. And let's see. Braden says, see you, JB. Hope you have a great week. And so, same to you and everyone else. Hope you guys have a great start to your week. Old says, crazy game. Better stream, though, JB. And thanks for going live. I appreciate you guys for coming out and supporting your boy, JB, once again. Lewis says, till next game, JB. And so, yeah, we got to get you on that win streak, Lewis. We got to get you back on that win streak like last year, in which is going to happen and stuff like that. And you'll be cashing out like you know it. Because hey, this year the Bears, I mean, they may actually you may be able to take the over on the Bears and stuff like that a lot this season. So we'll see how that pans out. But looking at the Rams, Stinson Bennett, 24 of 38, 224 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions. He was sacked twice. He also had 1 carry for 5 yards. He played the entire game at quarterback for the Rams in this one from start to finish and stuff like that. And on the ground for the Rams, Boston Scott, 15 carries, 68 yards. Zach Evans, 12 carries, 28 yards. As a team, the Rams had 28 carries for 101 rushing yards. Going back to the Cowboys now. Aside from Trey Lance having his 6 carries and 44 yards, Malik Davis, he had the most carries for the Dallas Cowboys. He had 8 carries for 18 yards rushing. Then you had Rico Dowdle, he had 3 carries for 14 yards. Snoop Connor, 3 carries for 10 yards. Nathaniel Pete, 2 carries for 5 yards. And even Dante Burnett had a carry for 2 yards in this one. But yeah, JB's going to go ahead, call it a day here. Enjoy what's left of the weekend. But hey, thank you guys so much for coming through again. You guys are the real MVP. If you're new, make sure that you go ahead and press that subscribe button so that way you'll get notified of when JB sets up future streams.